nerds, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Seas of Vodari. I am your Dungeon Master today, Dr.JWolfenstein here, your Master of the Seas, as it were. Before we get started today, just a couple quick announcements. Unfortunately, I do not have the slides. However, of course, our buddies over at Tri-Peak Goods and the Bearded Bard are always have their Etsy shop open, commissions, and other fine wood and leather-based products. I certainly go support the Bearded Bard on TikTok. I am planning to commission him to make a custom Dungeon Master screen, hopefully a 5-panel monstrosity. When I have it done, I will be sure to show it on stream. Also, it is official. My business is being filed and ready as we speak. As soon as I have the official license and a couple samples of the official business cards, then I will show them on camera for you guys, so you can see exactly what I'm getting into. But more on that at a later date. However, for those of you wanting to see the new stuff, we do have Grim Hollow coming out soon. It comes out in September. However, the actual Grim Hollow stream will begin in October.
I am ready. I am down.
The reason for it beginning in October is simply because that I will want as much time as possible to thoroughly read both the player's handbook and the campaign setting in order to fully understand the world that I will be bringing everybody into in order to provide the best experience.
Am I allowed to read all of the everything?
No.
Or am I supposed to cut out things, again, like with Vodari?
You can read the setting info, just don't read the DM info.
But what if I want to DM?
Oh, well, you can do so on your own time slot, in your own Twitch channel. This is my Twitch channel.
But I'm going to say, all the subclasses, mwah.
Oh yeah, I'm so stoked. The Sangomancy is gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Y'all are fucking.
Oh, the Parasite as well is like.
The Parasite looks hot as fuck.
But of course,
the Parasite.
But of course, I'm looking forward to those transformations, and believe you me, every single character in that campaign is gonna get a chance to do a transformation. One of the different ones, and it is gonna be brutal. And that is a warning and disclaimer I will give, is I'm going to play that setting as grim and as dark as I can possibly get away with, while staying within the guidelines for both Twitch and YouTube. So,
in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium,
yeah,
there is only war.
As a general warning, body horror will definitely be a staple of that, as well as other such things.
And you turned Emil on. Thank you.
Stop it.
Emil, you can't be horny on main. That's not okay.
Guess what, guys? You screwed me over. I'm not getting any sleep tonight because of you.
You're welcome.
Neither am I. I don't know why you complaining.
We can hang later.
Anyway,
two different problems there. You don't sleep because you don't want to. I'm not sleeping because somebody's going to be keeping.
Oh no, he's not sleeping because of other reasons.
I mean,
saving people.
Anyway,
He's being a hero, and I love him.
Let us continue.
I'm also literally in my book during body horror stuff as we speak. So
that is another thing. For those of you who are affected by the Caldor fire. Here up at Lake Tahoe or in the Douglas County, I do hope that you all made it out safe. I do hope that you got your important belongings, your important paperworks, your family, your pets. It'll hopefully be okay. The brave men and women who are defending all of our homes and businesses from the fire are doing a fantastic job. We haven't lost nearly as many buildings as we should have. And only 5 people have been injured or died in this. And the one death was, unfortunately, a police officer on his way to go help. He got it was an unfortunate car accident, and he didn't make it. Unfortunately, my prayers, and I hope all of everyone's prayers go to his family.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yep. But for those of you who are affected, and for those of you who aren't, there are places you can go. The Carson City Community Center has just opened up as a refugee staging area. Also, I believe in Reno there is another shelter for anyone who has been evacuated. I have actually gotten 2 of my fantastic players, Mr. Matt and Miss Callie Cat. I managed to get them out before the roads closed into Tahoe. And so Callie Cat
Tell
and...
Matt I love him.
Yep, Matt's staying here with me for now. Callie Cat got picked up by her significant otter.
He's always in the closet.
No, he's not. But Callie Cat got picked up by her significant otter today, and they're going to go make sure that they have a place to stay. Also, Miss Laura and Mr. Mason both got out. Mason is staying in Reno with his family. He has a brother out that way. His extended family and his girl all got out safe and sound. I'm sure he's told you all about it, or will tell you all about it over on his stream and his channel, which regularly hosts this amazing stream, and I can't thank him enough for that. But Miss Laura did get out. Unfortunately, she will not be able to join us today because where she at is not conducive to streaming and joining in the Roll20 campaign. We are very sorry to hear that. However, in a bit of good news and a bit of pressing news, the last day to support the Avatar Legends roleplay game is today. So, if you want to support this amazing Kickstarter and play an amazing roleplay game is set in the amazing world of Avatar and, to some lesser extent, The Legend of Korra, for those of you who, have poor taste in others.
Only Season 3 was good. Don't at me.
None of it was good. At me.
Season 3 was fantastic. I love Season 3.
Korra is the worst Avatar ever. At me.
Watching all of that shitty thing, like, 1 was meh, 2 was awful, 3 was...
Oh yeah, I watched from start to finish, and, you know...
I had...
Avatar Aang forever!
I made it to episode 10 and then stopped.
Look,
I will say this, though. Korra had the better sidekick as far as pets go. The fire ferret and the polar bear dog are miles above Momo.
Nala is bussin'.
I want to point out that a lot of Korra's villains were really well fleshed out.
Yes, Korra has great villains.
But the main characters are kind of not so great. Other than, what's his name?
Which one, the fire or the earth
billionaire? The centric billionaire.
Yeah, I don't like that guy at all. I don't understand people's fascination with him.
I think he's awesome. I love him so much.
But anyway, now that I've thoroughly pissed off a bunch of Avatar fans, which I'm okay, at me. Avatar Aang for life.
Actually,
to be perfectly honest, Avatar Roku for life. That's just me.
I was about to say.
Avatar Roku, best Avatar.
Roku's a bitch. Don't talk to me about Avatar Roku.
Man, you better
shut your mouth. That man was fighting a volcano and winning.
Yeah, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Too much of a bitch to
shut your mouth.
Friend, that I'm done.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
He's too much of a bitch to handle a social conflict. He's a fucking bitch. I don't care.
He handled it just fine. Don't do it or I will destroy you.
No, he didn't even do that. He was like, I guess I'm not going to step in, even though I don't want this to happen.
Yeah, whatever. You're misremembering those whole episodes.
Too sober for this.
You don't drink, do you?
I
mean at Vegas.
Very heavily.
I'm not that much.
Anyway.
A little.
There's a significant difference between Callie Cat and Emil.
I mean, that's true.
Why is Callie the benchmark? I know Callie's an alcoholic. I guess I'm a social alcoholic. Is that how it works?
I mean, Callie could drink you under the table. And
I would like to see that.
Let's not be.
I would like to see that.
I mean, she can.
I'll have a sip and see y'all on the other side and die and turn into a dragon.
Continuing with announcements.
Yep.
I have finished handles in a day.
That's not impressive. Anyway, moving on.
2 liters wasn't pure alcohol. What are you talking about? It's not impressive.
Anyway.
Don't care.
But the last day to support that amazing Kickstarter program is today, and we have unlocked every single stretch goal, which means that a professional bunch of actors will be doing a one-shot running the system and playing as amazing characters. I know, I certainly can't wait to see it. Also, the High Rollers on YouTube did a two-part one-shot that I've found mildly enjoyable. I think it's because it's still playtest material, so there's a little bit of stop and go, but it is well worth watching to kind of get a feel of what you're going to be running through. And so I know I'm excited for it. I hope everyone else is, and I can't wait to see you there. I may or may not stream that depending on when. It would likely be Thursday in the mornings. I'm not sure when in the mornings. But it would also be for a small group of people, because that seems more for smaller groups. But I will keep in mind the when, and when I have a more concrete schedule laid out for you guys, I will be sure to tell you.
Are we sponsoring eggs again?
We are sponsoring eggs, but yes.
Booyah! Let's sponsor some eggs.
They were my first announcement for the day.
You didn't say eggs, though, so I just assumed that we weren't talking about the eggs specifically.
Anyway. But all in all, that's all the announcements I have, and let us get on to the high seas. And I think for today, we're going to change up the music a little bit.
Oh, I'm scared now.
You got new music? Oh, did you get it from the Netflix special? Hold up, did you get it from the Netflix special?
What Netflix special?
Oh, no, I'll send you the Netflix special. It made me really happy. I've been watching it like
all hands.
No.
It's basically that, but it's entirely done in...
That's better.
It's really good.
And so, with that and the music change in mind, let us get back to it. So, the crew and... Yeah, we'll call them the crew of the new Sea Devil. Still yet to be renamed and rechristened, but...
we'll get to it.
Niafta, Reeve, Sel, Valor, and Xavier, our adventuring party, had some interesting conversations and conflicts, depending on who you are, with the crew of the Freedom's Hand, led by Captain Mako Tidalwave and his first mate, Olivia Soldana. They managed to get on board his, he calls it a duck ship.
A duck.
Yep,
It is not a duck ship. It is not a duck ship.
Duck.
Rebranding pending.
It has already been. It is no. Hold up. The whole crew is already rebranded. He's the only one who calls it a duck ship.
Duck.
And being as he's the captain, he's the only one who matters on terms of what to call the ship.
That is not true.
I mean, you can ask his crew that. But anyway, after meeting a whole bunch of them, and pretty much all of the officers and important folks on board the Freedom's Hand,
very nice ladies,
and a couple of gentlemen. After all, Gizmo is a male.
Oh yeah,
he's not a nice dude though, so we didn't include him.
I mean, I didn't know Gizmo was an officer. Anyway,
he is the main inventor and the one keeping the ship in the sky.
I don't consider
I thought he was just an engineer.
Nice, so he didn't get included.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yep.
I think he's pretty cool.
He's really mean.
Who is a Grindilo, for those of you who are following the Under the Seas of Vodari and can't wait for that extension to this amazing world. I know I can't. Speaking of which, that reminds me, I do plan to be running a game for that Tuesdays in the evenings. And so I have, actually, I think it's Mondays in the evening, so I have posted that. And it is available to join on Roll20. All you have to do is look for Seas of Vodari. But, I digress. After some conversation with many, and some dueling with one or two, Mr. Valor, deciding to duel one of Mako's officers, a Miss Emily, I believe? Though she calls herself Emmy.
It was a dwarf cannoneer, yeah.
Yep, Emmy. Emmy. But anyway,
Can I shoot him?
after a combat from Miss Emmy and Mr. Valor, it was decided that Valor would at least pretend to be nice to his captain for a time.
A little bit.
Both Niafta has disappeared to study with, as she calls him, Tiny Sensei. Mr. Oh, what is his actual name? Cade, I think it is. Let me. Yes, it is.
It's not Kate. Kate is the crew. Kate is a crewmate. It's Kate and Thok.
Yes. Yep, and
But
Cade.
it was Kate because he's the roguish type fellow.
Yep, Cade Reedfellow, a quick-talking male halfling. And he is teaching Miss Niafta how to be a sneaky person.
Question: What's the name of the book-toting elf?
That is Mr. Sandian. Mr. Sandian, the biographer, hired by Mr. Mako Tidal Wave, in order to chronicle his life as a pirate, as a captain, and as, well, an adventurer. James Sandian is his actual name. He is a High Elf College of Shanty bard.
Thank you.
He's pretty cool too.
I think he's a bit of a floozy.
It'll be a lot colder when he goes for a swim.
But
whoa!
That would be nice. I agree.
What did he do to you? Jesus!
I mean, there may or may not be a chapter titled "The Heroics of Emmy Battling a Massive Snake Monster" that turned out to be a lot weaker. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Remind me where you live.
In Nevada, come at me.
I want to buy you a drink. That shit funny as hell.
Alright, that's what I thought.
And then maybe crack you over the head with it.
Whatever. I got 26
Zach, you
rounds.
should have
Let's
your
go.
video camera on.
No.
You had it on earlier.
Anyway, moving on. Reeve and
got mine on with my busted lip.
Reeve, Xavier, and Captain Cell did, I think, Reeve, you made it onto, the Destiny's Hand, the Freedom's Hand.
Yeah.
And so the three of them were on the Freedom's Hand, meeting all the officers, and Cell kind of learning the trade a little bit from a more experienced captain. Captain Mags, apparently a former crewmate and a lifelong friend of Captain Mako's, decided to stay on board his ship as you all return to Port Zavo. You have spent a whole day at sea with the Freedom's Hand crew, and you are now going to spend a whole evening. So, as you all get ready for a long rest, where do you go and what do you do? We'll start with Valor, because he is the one on the Sea Devil.
Somebody's got to steer the ship.
That is true. So is that what you're going to do all night, is steer the ship, or are you going to leave it to one of the others? Because you do have some crewmates who can steer it.
I'm a little bit salty after losing to a dwarf, so...
Wow, racist much? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, to be fair, she is a dwarf.
He's upset because he thought he had height superiority.
No.
I mean, technically he does. He's massively taller than her.
I have height superiority over everyone.
You're long, you're not tall.
How did that do? How was that fight?
I mean, a lot closer than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
He's a paladin. He's like the most powerful class in the game. Of course he's fine.
No.
I mean, he didn't have weapons to smite with, so he kind of got fucked.
You can smite with your fist.
You cannot.
They couldn't. What is it?
That being said,
it's one of those you can smite with
I'm going to continue to drive the ship.
All right.
Because
easily done, especially considering that the Freedom's Hand is connected to you and is steering in the same direction.
Oh, wait, so we're connected? Nani?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we can go...
You're a pair of ships sailing side by side, connected by metal gangplanks and actual grabbing arms.
Okay. Did not know that. Thank you.
They're tethers, but still, yeah. No, when you were boarded, you were straight up boarded and tied to the Freedom's Hand, and you've never been let go. So you've just been sailing.
Thing like this goes...
So the question is, are we at full sail? Or are we,
oh, yeah, you're both at full sail.
I was just wondering if I could actually take a swim and be fine, but if we're at full sail, then I cannot.
And these was never heard from again.
No, I'd get back.
You want to go swimming?
Of course.
No, don't you fucking do it, mate.
So the funny thing is, me and Reeves have the exact same swim speed.
Actually, Reeves gains 40 feet once he gets in the water and grows a tail.
Fine. 10 feet more than me. It's okay.
That matters.
I'm a siren, and you're a tiefling. So...
Also, Reeve can technically breathe underwater.
I'm about to say, the tide carries me.
Okay, Moana, relax.
Alright, Moana. And also, the sea dragons kind of get hungry.
Well, so you haven't... There's not any sea dragons, at least that you've heard of in these waters, but apparently there's other things. So...
It isn't unheard of to take a dip.
As you guys are sailing, yes, you can cross between the two ships at will. Emmy and Becca, the artillerist and the cannoneer, are kind of across, sitting on the Sea Devil. Basically, in order to, it's kind of like a steady truce. Like, here's some people of mine that you can keep hostage, just so that in case I do anything shady, you can kill them, and vice versa. As for on Mako's ship, you three were invited to the captain's table and had dinner. Dinner is now over. What would you like to do now?
I would like to go over to the Sea Devil.
Reeve, are you following along with Xavier?
Yeah.
I was going to go back over to the Sea Devil as well.
Okay. And no one stops you from walking across to the Sea Devil. As you three walk back onto the Sea Devil, though, Emmy and Becca both walk off and head back onto the Freedom's Hand.
Evening, ladies.
That was a really cool battle, Emmy.
Emmy just kind of
really cool.
Emmy just kind of smiles as she kind of shoulders her cannon. Aye, well, it be what it be. And she just kind of walks off, whereas Becca just kind of
She hit us with the "it is what it is."
My mom says that so much. She has it as a quote on the frickin' wall, like in decal. She has that as a quote on the wall in her house.
Yeah, if you can actually,
okay, Mom.
If you can actually live by that, that makes you a very dangerous person.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why Anil's so dangerous?
Hi. No.
Oh right, I forgot you guys nicknamed Marcy Darth Babushka.
Yeah, we did.
Darth Babushka.
We did.
I forgot that shit. It's on my notes, but I've totally forgot it.
I think I was the one that came up with that shit.
It's in my notes too, except I lost that page. Now I have to go find it.
But as you guys cross over, you do see that your ship is left to your own devices. There's no, nothing has gone wrong with the ship. The ship is sailing fine. Even the battle that happened didn't damage anything because it was fisticuffs.
Well, aside from the one sword-shaped hole in the deck.
Yeah, I meant that.
I'm gonna say I could also mend that. That's not a problem.
No, I just tap the floor where it's stabbed, and it surprisingly is nice again.
It does take 10 minutes to mend a space.
No, I just like pull some books and tap the floor as I'm doing it to kind of smooth it over. Yeah. Yeah. I go over to the whale.
Reeve, just give me a second. I gotta talk with
I do also walk up to the wheel. I was planning on driving the ship a little bit.
Oh. You want me to go over by the deck and just stare out on the water and pretend I'm not listening?
I mean,
You can stay here
Yeah.
and pretend you're not listening.
you can stay with Sel, just have a little conversation.
Okay, I stop.
Right.
Okay, Val, you're relieved duty.
Oh, Cell's also leaving. Okay. I left to my own
Oh
devices.
no! The thing is, the thing is, Sel is the one that's gonna stay with you, the tiefling. I'm
You're gonna be up here
trying to
on.
take the snake.
Yeah, no. So Snake, you go with the shooty McBang Bang dude.
His name's
Excuse
Valor.
you.
He
Right.
picked me up by his
Name.
tail.
No, that's now officially his name. The Shooty Bang Bang dude. That is
There's
now
Valor and
officially
there's
Xavier's
the
name.
Snake and shooty McBang Bang dude.
I shoot arrows with a bow.
That's why
You
he's
know,
called
I
the
don't know.
McBang
I
Bang.
don't even know if that's real Latin. I'm just gonna kill you with the fucking funniest spell I know, McRib.
No.
Thank
So
you.
I can make a bang noise with my
you're taking
mouth.
the helm. You're taking the
Yeah.
helm then.
Look, y'all don't know about the McRib. Y'all are late to the McRib. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yes,
So,
Cell is
Bella?
taking the helm.
Y'all didn't pay for the McRib. That's all I'm saying.
Mala, mind walking with me?
When Cell takes the wheel, he doesn't say anything to Cell. He just walks off yelling captain at the helm, and then just goes onto the deck with
Xavier.
Did we ever get the names of the Stooges?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
John,
I
Jacob,
don't think we did, no.
Jingleheimer, and Schmidt. That's what I
Got
called
it.
them.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
that was
That's
Because
what I
literally,
called
in the
Schmidt.
wage page, yes, I have a wage page.
Just
I
call
just
them
have-
John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, and Schmidt.
I just
Larry,
have
Curly,
Stooges
Moe,
1 through
and
4.
D'Artagnan.
It's just 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could go with Larry, Curly, Moe, and D'Artagnan.
Right, so, yes, disembodied voice. You calling me?
What? I didn't call nobody.
No, you said Xavier.
No, I did not.
Okay. Right, so Vala, mind walking with me, right?
Looks down at Snake Trunk.
I'm all inclusive. That's classified as your form of walking.
Alright.
Right. So, go over to the prow of the ship. Just like survey the waters. Right, mate. First of all, good fight. I was rooting for you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
How much did you lose?
I didn't bet. I know you were gonna lose. Still rooting for you though.
Alright. How much did Cell lose?
Some copper, I believe.
Alright.
He did bet on you, though.
He did bet on you, so he knows what you can do. That was some fucking magnetic shit. Incredible.
God's been kind to me.
Which one?
You're not.
It's Toro.
Wait, is he one of those? Is he one of those monotheists? Get the fuck out my ship!
Say that again. Historical.
Sorry, I couldn't.
It's Toro.
I have the PDF open. Hold on.
He's the god. He's the god of discovery and knowledge.
It's like he's the paladin of discovery.
Right.
He's the book. He's the talk. God.
Well, I have noticed one thing, mate. You don't seem to tolerate our presence that kindly, do you?
You are what one would call criminal.
Well, the hat does fit. Hey, don't take it too personally. Trying to make a living.
As long as you're not killing people for money, I don't really care.
Oh no, I just kill people when they try and kill me. It's self-defense, really.
Isn't that what all killing is? Especially
I
on
mean-
these seas?
I mean, there's murder, which is just killing for the sake of killing, and I'm not into that.
God, philosophical over there.
I will say that is true, Valor. From what you've seen, is that Xavier never starts a fight, but he does end it.
Someone has to start it. That's the rule.
I mean, it's debatable in the first fight. I did hold up again when they were threatening us.
But
And
they
then-
threatened
and
you
then there-
first.
And then there's the fact that it's pretty easy to end a fight with a bang stick.
Right, yeah, I do have a gun.
Stick.
It's my whole shtick. I trained for like
He's
10,
saying you hide
15 years to be
behind
good
a
at this.
stick.
Bang stick.
I mean, I'm all for calling it a bang
I
stick.
swear to Vessi's rage, I will shoot the motherfucker that named him Bangman.
How do you feel about mutiny?
I'm not up for it, mate. Sincerely.
Well, then
Calling.
you're gonna have a very hard time shooting the guy that named you.
Wait a minute.
Dun 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 dun!
Just looks back.
Despite
There when I
being,
named you.
yeah, you were there. Like, he was standing right beside you. He also called me Snake, which is surprisingly racist. I kind of say a little bit louder so he can hear me say it.
You called me Devil Boy, okay? I'm not here to have it.
He's not
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, I mean,
You
to be
kinda
fair, you are
started
a
it.
snake, but you are a lovable one. You're an acquired taste.
Wait, have you been sucking on my tail while I'm sleeping?
Say that one more time and I'll pistol
So
whip you, boy.
many innuendos. Just Jesus
Oh
Christ! All the innuendo.
I mean, it's fucking... It's Xavier. Anyway.
I can make
Yo, hold
jokes.
up. Are you the one sucking on his tail? Is the pillar of sucking on toes? Hold up.
Anyway.
Oh
Oh no!
Thing is, you're an acquired
Demonetized.
taste. You're an acquired taste, so you might not be too endurable as Soul is. You can be both a pain in the ass, but well, I like you both. And yeah, I might be a criminal. I done it to help my family. Two fantastic fucking half-orcs.
Yeah, well, at least you have a thing about family there, Dom.
Just call him Dom.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the reference. Is that a famous bard?
Some play about fast carriages and whatnot.
Are they furious as well?
The horses certainly are.
What?
You have heard
There's
of this play.
Oh yeah.
It's a famous opera.
I might have snuck into the theater once or twice to see it.
It is a famous opera in 12 parts.
Okay, this is getting too meta.
I was having fun with the
That
meta.
way, guys.
I was having fun with the meta.
I think the main character is called Dominicio Terrescio. Yes, he's from Arushi. It's from Arushi. Yeah.
I mean, he just might be.
No.
That's a location in Vodari there, Emil.
I would have imagined he was from Marushi, if not Varachi. So,
But anyway, you very uptight. You a soldier?
Marine.
I don't know my way around the ocean, but can you please elaborate?
Oh. Soldiers on boats.
Thank you.
I'm a water soldier, chief.
I don't do the swim too good, but I stand on the boat.
I can
Right.
swim just fine, thank you.
No, that's what
Snakes do float.
That's a marine thing. Is I don't swim too good, but I can stand on the boat.
Right. Well,
We did a lot of hunting of pirates.
that's fair. Which
Being on
nation you serve?
we were kind of all around, mostly in the southern seas.
Southern nations and all. Right.
You did do some service for Zavros and Zolan. Just so you can have that for your notes there, Vex. Because I know you kind of left that up to me.
Alright, putting in allies and organizations.
Yeah, mate. So we got some conversations now with the captain and his officers, and there's one thing that we did decide on doing. And we know you're not too fond on, piracy. You showed your disdain right from the get-go, mate.
Yeah, I didn't really get off with you guys, did I?
Well, when your first interaction with the three of us was looking us up and down and looking with the face of, oh, crime, re.
What point? I haven't committed a crime yet.
Yet.
Yeah, but you
That
did.
is
But
fair.
you did walk up. Yeah, but you did walk up with me and Reeve, and we're shady.
That is also fair.
But just because I'm shady doesn't mean I've committed any crime yet.
Are you the
Yeah.
Slim Shady though?
Well,
No, I'm the real shady. All you other shadies can sit out.
I did stand up, didn't I?
So yes, I got along better with you and Reeve because you don't give off the vibe of someone who commits crime for the sake of themselves.
I mean,
You clearly had previously stated that you did it for family.
I did it
Reeve,
for family. So I did it for family. Yes.
Reeve, and then Reeve is as innocent as all hell.
I mean, Reeve just follows along, really.
Did I stutter?
And there's the thing, mate. Since you two not too fond of piracy, us.
Privateering.
What?
You're the cannoneer kind of decided to give me a quick history lesson after she decided to punch me in the jaw.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of punching in the jaw. Thought not sink in after the first one.
Yeah, it takes 2 or 3.
Wow, I'll keep that in mind.
No, he plans to punch
But-
you in the jaw a couple times.
Pistol whip him. I'm not that strong.
I mean, fair enough. Gotta use what you're good at.
Just bear in mind, it's very hard to use your weapons when your arms are kind of very increasingly tightening to your sides.
Yeah, I also carry a lot of explosives on me. If you go, I go.
It'll be worth it.
I just punch you in the shoulder, you dick.
I mean, what would pass for a shoulder on a snake boy?
That was
Shoulder.
He doesn't have a
bang.
shoulder.
The shoulder.
Yep.
Shoulder. The right here.
But to be fair, you might want to check your hand after that. I am still wearing my armor.
Your ability does wear off after some time.
I meant the fact that he's punching my armor.
Yeah, but I didn't do it hard. It's like the playful, tink.
I'm kidding.
Right, but we are deciding on getting a privateering license.
Well, at least it'll be legal. Kind of.
I mean, it is legal, from what I've gathered.
It's legal to a point.
I mean, it's legal as long as you're not committing crimes in it.
Legal if you don't get caught.
And
Well,
if you do commit crimes and you don't get caught, it's not really a crime.
and I
It's
mean,
still a crime.
just so everybody is clear, a letter of marque basically just allows you the legal ability to go plunder and commit piracy in the name of a certain nation. So you are not
I don't
illegal.
know that.
Like I said,
I'm not a naval man.
it's legal to a point, and I will relay the information. I would know what a letter of
Oh,
marque is.
As a Marine, you have not only served with people who've had one, but you have
I've also
also
written them
been
being written.
you've
I've
also
probably
been there.
Probably witnessed them being written.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And also, with us being a band of, problem solvers,
Misfits.
also that. We're problem solvers anyway. I mean,
You just kind of see Valor look up for a minute, thinking. Would it
The
not be
answer is
safe
yes.
to say, would it not be safe to say that we also caused some of those problems?
I mean, it's a bit inherent.
As long as
With
we
the
solve them as long as we solve them afterwards with no innocent life lost, then
Yeah,
I could.
and also, like, this ship, it's gonna probably be a home for a while.
It needs a severe remodeling.
Oh, I'm working on that, Mike. Don't worry.
I hope you're also coming up with a name. I dread to think what this captain's thinking about.
Actually, we talked a bit before coming on board. I think he has a name, and it's actually not that bad.
You kind of just see him strain a little bit. Okay.
I think you'll like it.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. Also, I've been working on some wages for the lads and distribution of treasure. We won't get back to port. But at this point I was getting to, the ship was going to be our home, and we might need some funds to get it up and running efficiently. I know some people. Work might be a little below the board, but
I stand by these 3 rules. No innocent life lost. No innocents are being robbed, tortured, or plundered from.
Oh, they're not innocent.
And
No one's innocent.
and then all supplies that are taken from any nearby port town are to be returned.
Right. So if it's not from nearby, it's all good. Gotcha. Because you know I am a smuggler, right?
Can't make that promise.
Essentially, what I am saying with that last one is if we find plundered supplies like food and medicines.
Oh, that no. No. Hey, mate. I don't stoop that low as to take that.
No. On ships that we take over.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it. What do you think we are? Animals? Gods?
Smugglers.
He doesn't know what you are.
Smugglers, pirates, barbarians, bards.
Smugglers and pirates are very distinct.
If Tessa were here, she might take offense.
I did say
She
barbarian.
might claw your face off. She's both a barbarian, a pirate, and a smuggler.
She's not a smuggler, though.
Well, not that you know of.
That I know of.
She's definitely smuggled things before.
Overall, you are people that are hard to trust.
Yeah, just kind of needed for the job.
Did save your life. But
you're not there. Shut up.
But the thing is, there's some people that I can get some jobs from. We get some money onto this ship. We, helping us to help others.
If you're
thing that I.
wondering about what to put down for my wage, 60% of whatever you give me goes to my family.
So I was thinking, I would. That's pretty nice actually, and I nod approvingly. The thing is, we have about 1,000 golds in coin and goods,
Okay.
and since we kind of spared, and I just look about for the Stooges. First month of work is going to be them repaying us for that. After that, 2 gold each month. When I believe book is from their level, like silver each week, so they'll get a bit more. Keep them motivated. Everyone gets 200 gold, but I was thinking on making a ship fund in case for emergencies. 50% of the gains go for the ship. So 100 gold for everyone.
Okay.
Sound good for you, Mike?
Money's never really been important to me.
Yeah, but money is useful. Buys you think that it keeps you alive.
So does taking it off the corpses of your enemies.
I mean, that's fair. But
And that's a lesson I got from a cleric, which was surprising, but he was a very grumpy old man.
that is disturbing, to say the least.
Master of the Seas.
He was a
question.
very, very
Yes.
grumpy man.
Any possibility that I can teach Reeves how to hold the things steady and like mildly guide them through steering a ship?
You want to try to
You trust me
teach?
with the wheel?
So you want to try to teach them
We're tied to another
proficiency?
ship that also knows what they're doing. I think this is fine. This is the best time.
We kind of have training wheels on.
So
This
the
is the
answer
best
to that
time to
is
teach
yes, and I will do that as soon as this dialogue is
Okay.
done. Yes, that is a possibility.
And as we're talking, I yeah. But I just got a question, Vala.
I might have an answer.
What do you want out of this life?
What do I want out of it? To discover new places. To discover new things. Overall, I just want to learn about the world.
By the way, that phrase came with an incantation that you cannot perceive. Please make a charisma saving throw.
For those who do not know, please go ahead and tell them exactly what you cast.
I cast Heart's Desire. And you just fucking made it.
He made it.
You just fucking made it. So you don't know what spell has been cast. I tried
paladin or let's put it this way: are you expecting to hit that off of a sorcerer or a paladin? Let's be honest.
Hey, my work.
Maybe.
So, for those of you at home who are curious, Heart's Desire is one of the spells that did come out in the original book, The Seas of Vodari. The spell reveals what someone wants most, the true desire of their heart. One creature of your choice must roll a charisma save. The target rolls with advantage if they are not currently engaged in conversation or if they are aware of you and consciously hiding their motives. A creature that you or any of your companions have dealt damage to in the last 24 hours automatically succeeds the save. On a failure, you learn one of the target's deeply held desires, which might be abstract, such as affection from a specific person, or a sense of safety, or concrete, such as a precious gemstone or a cask of rum. An individual can have more than one deeply held desire, and is not always consciously aware of their own desires. The target only recognizes that you cast the spell at all if it succeeds its saving throw and made the roll with advantage, or automatically succeeded because of hostility. Creatures other than the target never notice the casting of this spell.
So I just asked you a question, and that tossed it out. But
And
you
now,
just
and
made
now
it,
you know
bastard.
that he cast a spell.
No, if they succeed, they know.
He
If they succeed with advantage.
I can read the spell again.
If it,
Yeah, no, the comma
If it
isn't
succeeds-
before the and, so yeah.
If it succeeds at saving throw and made the roll with advantage.
Yeah, no, the
Or
comma's
automatic.
after the and.
Yep.
I thought it was before the and.
I
My
just
bad.
asked you a question.
Look, the comma is important in every single ruling.
No. I went through this with Brent. Don't worry.
I just want to discover pretty much everything I can about the world before I meet my timely demise.
Well, that's a noble cause.
Be it
Also,
naturally
I just
or in
imagine
combat.
if you failed, it's just big booty snake bitches.
Surprisingly, he is a teenager with no thoughts of that.
No thoughts
Wow,
had
that's
empty.
rare.
He is the most asexual individual we know of
I'm okay with this.
in the pirate realm.
Right. And I just extend my hand to shake yours.
What's the
Good
catch?
conversation, right?
I kind of shake it, but as I'm gripping it, I'm like, what's the catch?
Oh, you just made a deal with the devil. Don't worry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait, hold up. Did I hear that?
I did raise my voice a bit when I said it.
Oh, you just made a deal with the devil. Did I hear that bit? DM, did I hear
What's
that
your
bit?
passive perception?
13.
No.
Not good this time. I was about to say it's not like Taffy. It's not 23.
You're like, you just made a deal with the devil. Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm about to say,
And Xavier
not
actually
my
walks off
ship, of course
laughing.
he did.
I am like Valor is unbothered because he knows for a fact that you do not have any pacts with the devil.
That you know.
He knows for a fact that you don't have any magical capabilities. Alright, look.
Alright. You can't cast spells. Okay.
I have not seen him cast a spell.
That is true. And he's never shown any sign of casting it. The only person that knows that he can cast spells currently.
You know that I have tricks. You know that I have tricks.
And his lovable sidekick.
Hi.
Actually,
He did.
there's
didn't
only
hear it.
one. There was
Yeah.
only one person on this crew who had any knowledge of him casting magic, and that was Tessa, and she's gone.
He showed me.
You cast
he
a spell
showed
in
me
front of
spell.
Tessa.
He also cast a spell in front of me, and
Which one?
Heart's Desire.
You made
wasn't it?
you.
It was the one when you decided to recreate the scroll. The like insurance thing.
I cast Heart's Desire on Tessa and she failed.
Right.
No, there was another spell you cast in front of her.
I think it's
remember
hilarious
which it is.
because Tessa's already definitely shared that spell.
Anyway, doesn't
I
matter.
think that's cute.
Yeah, she's not here.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Cell's
But, yeah.
foil has disappeared.
I will walk below decks, and because I do have a telescope, not a telescope, but a spyglass that was given to me by wonderful Snake Man. I am going to take out my tinker's tools and before going to sleep, try and start the framing for the scope on the musket.
Go ahead and roll a Tinker's Tools check, querying intelligence.
Alright.
With a 21, pretty nice.
Not the
And so,
smartest, but I can do work.
You are indeed making some very good progress in making sure that you get that done.
It's an adaptable scope as well. I just need to on the spyglass.
As you guys are...
Wait, there's no Reef learning to drive?
As you guys are talking, Reeve
okay.
and Cell. Go ahead. How does Cell teach Reeve to drive?
He's currently looking out the window and staring at the water.
You gotta use the clutch.
I point at the North Star and just say keep yourself anchored with both that and the horizon.
What?
And make a connective line from the North Star, which I'm pretty sure Reeves is aware of where the North Star is in general.
That's the big one.
Yes, it's the big one. So you know where the big one is, and then you trace that to where you're going through the horizon.
I can't see the big one though. It's too bright outside.
It's night.
Oh, it's nighttime?
Isn't it?
I thought it was day.
No, it's night.
We already ate dinner.
Oh,
This is the easiest bit to tell. This is when you teach people how to drive is at night, especially when they're attached to.
You literally have training wheels.
You literally have training wheels. This is the time to teach you.
But what if a big monster comes out of the water?
Well, then you call me and then I'll handle it. Just for now, all you gotta understand is keep it steady, keep it straight.
I can't. I'm not.
I grab their hand and I put it on the steering wheel.
Gotta use the clutch.
Wait, what?
Hey, you didn't know about the clutch? It's right over here.
He's speaking in his Sylvan in distress. He's giving distress siren noises.
Hey, grab their face. I'm just like, hey, look at me. I just go, hey, look at me. Anything bad happen yet?
No. Yes.
Can you possibly mess anything up with them actually controlling where you're going? As I point to the other ship and speak in shanty speak.
I never been trusted to fuck. I can't talk. Out of character. I can't fucking talk today. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're good.
You can speak in Chinese speak and just do the fluent voice if you want.
Yo, if it makes you feel any better, what I've found is when I start stuttering, I make a weird noise and then reset my brain.
Yeah.
I do all the time.
Okay.
Reeves staring out at the other ship and is just like, but what if I crash it like I did with the other ship? It was my fault that ship crashed.
You can't. It's impossible.
I'm a mistake waiting to happen.
If anything bad happens, or if anything starts happening that you aren't prepared for, just let me know, okay?
I'm pretty sure you're a mistake that your parents made.
I
really am.
Okay, shut the fuck up, okay? I know that. How do you know that, Dad? Wait.
I'm sorry, what?
It's canon now. Chappie now calls. Cell now calls Xavier Dad.
No, the canon version is
we don't know.
Maybe. We don't know.
It's possible.
Anyway. Yeah, look, I'm right here. Nothing bad can possibly happen.
He's just like muttering Sylvan, like, and is just like, he's not okay.
Cell starts singing a shanty.
Roll performance.
Yeah, Pat. It's not bad. I rolled terribly, but I mean, like, I got a +6, so.
It's what I tend to do with Digimon, don't worry.
So
I have a high-ass bonus that I roll terribly.
So you do sing a shanty, and it is somewhat relaxing, Reeve. Especially to just hear it and kind of enjoy the tune. After all, sea shanties are one of the things that all sirens are kind of attracted to, and it's one of the things that often brings them up from the depths. And
his
so,
cute little like fin ears perk up a little bit, and he's just like, oh.
And so it is somewhat heartening and relaxing to hear.
I will slowly fade this out as I notice that they're slowly. I'm assuming that you're like going to eventually hyper focus on the horizon, right?
He's comfy with music.
So as I do that, I'm just gonna slowly fade it out and slowly, like, kind of like sneak away.
And so as you guys,
I'm gonna definitely talk to Larry, Curly, Mo, and D'Artagnan, or also known as John Jacob Jingleheimer and Schmidt.
God.
Hey,
You just left
there's
the
a
baby
there's a good fun challenge. Anyone who's watched the previous episodes and knows the names of the Four Stooges can certainly put them in the comments section below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, if you post their names in chat, I will enter
I
you.
refuse to call him anything other than John Jacob
I will
Jingleheimer.
immediately enter you into the future drawing for the set of books for our giveaway at episode 25.
I wanted to be entered in those books. God damn it.
You already have the PDFs for free, my guy.
But I want it paper. I want a hard copy now.
Well, go buy one from our friends at Triloby Publishing.
Or I could be entered in the thing under a
No.
pseudonym. You don't know. You don't know.
He'll know.
It could be anybody. It could be anybody. I could be anybody.
But you're a bitch, so what's up with that?
But I'm your
Damn.
bitch.
Damn, throwing shade.
So,
I woke up and chose violence.
Yeah.
Look, God has given me another day, and I've chosen it to make everybody's problem.
as you sneak away and find them, they're not hard to find. They kind of work nearby each other as deckhands.
I'm just gonna like sharp whistle. Hey, and gesture that for him to like huddle up.
Oi, 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 oi! And they all just kind of run over and boom, boom, boom.
Okay, listen. We saved y'all's lives yet?
You see them all kind of nervously look at each other. And then one of them just kind of, the one who surrendered and was not in the sinking sand, just kind of, yeah, sure, yeah, you say that, yeah.
I'm about to say, we did give
Is
you
that-
a job, yeah?
Is that the one that has trauma of snakes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did give you a job, yeah? And I did give you a weapon to defend yourselves as best I could, obviously.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that's true, yeah.
So you consider us as friends, correct?
Sure, I like friends. Friends are good.
Just leave with the money, dude.
Look, dude. All I'm saying is, you have a job on this ship.
Do we?
Correct. But here's the catch, right? We could have left you on that island, right?
I mean, I suppose.
What I'm saying is, you work a month for technical free, and I hand them each a gold piece.
They just kind of look,
And I'm
just
gonna
kind of
be like,
stunned.
We're going into port. I want you guys to have a little fun before we set sail, and I want you guys to stay loyal. There's more where that came from if you stay.
Alright! They just kind of nod.
But
So,
I have bribed them with loyalty.
so do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, for the viewers at home, since I have not found anything specific in the Vodari handbook as of just yet, I have set the general week's wages at 1 silver for a able-bodied sailor. This is not including any prize money that the ship gets, which they are entitled to a piece of. Granted, it's only a small percentage as compared to officers and captains, but they are entitled to a percentage. It does also not include any food, grog, or other such rations that they get on the ship. Every man signs a ship's charter, or a roster rather, and makes their mark. They are free to leave at any time, so long as the roster or the terms of their service do not have a certain number of years specified. For instance, the typical length of service on any ship is a year. There are many
and then we
ships.
can renew contract.
Exactly. There are many ships, especially in the Tea Leaf Company and family, that have lifetime contracts, that have 10-year, 20-year, even as far as 40-year contracts, aside from the lifetime contract. And
this
for
is why we
insane
hate
amounts of
them.
money.
This is why we hate them, but I've totally bought them for life at this minute. inherently.
So do keep
and also the
me
charter, I
being-
still have to write
me-
that. Like,
sort of being the Fey being I am. I've
so
totally bought them for life.
keep in mind that a gold is several months of pay.
Correct. And
It's
I put that on my and I definitely made sure to make it that it was obvious that it was out of my pocket.
In fact, it's
Not out of-
it's exactly 2.5 months worth of pay.
And I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure that it was obvious that it was out of my pocket, not out of the ship's pocket.
Yep.
I'm like,
And that is okay.
y'all are capable, right?
Oh yeah, we're very capable. Yeah, I mean, you know.
If you disappoint me, you know what happens.
Reeve gets to eat you.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, we're good.
Don't disappoint me, okay?
Yes,
A pat
sir.
one on the shoulder.
If you disappoint
No,
me, I'll leave you in
No. We won't disappoint.
You
No.
disappoint us.
I point at
You're
them
going
and like
back to the snakes.
I point at them and like I have high hopes for you, gentlemen.
If you disappoint me, I'll leave you in the room with the snake.
No, it's I just if you disappoint me, we're finding our way back to that island and dropping you off.
God damn.
That's you.
But the thing is, our goal for this campaign,
I
we're
start
going to
whistling
make
as I
these
walk
guys
off
at least
about
10
dropping
level
people.
characters.
I start walking off and I start whistling and singing a personal song about dropping disappointments off on a island that
That
we
has
most
no
previously met at it.
name. The island that has no name is now your tomb.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that you can. That is a family tune from a
That is a family.
from a
That is a
past
family
life.
too. Do you have
That's
full
it.
performance for that in any way, or
Hmm? No, it's a tune you know well. It's a tune you know very well. And as you guys are sailing back, and the night goes by mostly uneventfully. Reeve, you do kind of learn how a ship works a little bit. Not great. You at least know how to steer
held
one.
the steering wheel.
Yep. I mean, it's not anywhere going to be proficiency anytime soon if that's the level of attention that
His
you're
little
being
claws
paid.
worry-
have dug
don't
into that
worry.
wood.
as long as you pay attention and you
His little
want
claw
to, as long as you like care to pay attention, you'll eventually get proficiency
But
in water
I
vehicles.
want to
The-
mention that if Sel returns to Reeve, he notices that there's like a bunch of claw marks inside of the wood.
Oh no, the funny bit is as Cell like kind of like drifts off to the point where Cell sort of knows where the Larry, Curly, Moe, and D'Artagnan like can't hear him anymore. They start singing the song that Reeves was hearing as they start like walking back up the plank.
He's lightly muttering his Sylvan tongue over here.
I put a hand over the claw marks and cast mend over a bit and be like, did anything bad happen while I was gone?
You left me.
But I say that's how good you did. You didn't even notice. You were so
I
focused.
did.
You did perfect. You were so focused. You didn't even notice I was gone.
Reeve like lightly sniffles and suddenly like rushes over and just hugs Sel.
Oh.
You wish he did.
Cell immediately grabs the steering wheel just to make sure.
Oh shit!
Hugs him with the other arm, like accidentally like breaking the mending spell because the concentration was broken.
It's something you actually notice with the scratches. There aren't like actual like digging claw marks. They almost look like little symbols and stuff. As in, like they don't look like common. It looks like a completely different language.
and so
He was writing a death threat.
Cell does the thing that Cell knows very well and puts their knee against the wheel and holds Reeves with both their arms.
at this
I was
point
saying
you
should
can.
probably see what it says, but okay.
I mean, you
sad
certainly
face.
can.
I can't. It's Sylvan.
He doesn't
I
speak
don't
Sylvan.
read Sylvan.
That is true.
I'm aware of one word which I feel like is derogatory towards specifically me, but I don't know what it means.
I wrote it down just in case if Blaze wanted to know what it said.
I mean, you can certainly put it on your character sheet as something you did in your notes section. And I do
For
read your
anyone who
character
does
sheets after
know.
every session.
For anyone who does. But yeah, that's all. I hold the reason like, see, absolutely nothing bad happened. You did fantastic. You can do it
Did I
again.
though? No.
Look, it was completely foolproof. There was no way. Did you mess up? It's safe to tell me. It's not like I'm going to throw you overboard or anything.
I don't know if I messed up or not. That's
Nothing
the
happened.
thing.
Did anything happen?
Did anything happen?
No.
I didn't notice anything. And I'm very aware of how my ship works. I was paying attention to you the whole time.
You left me.
No, not really. I just stepped away.
So, as
I'm always here, and I pointed at their chest.
points at your chest, I'm always here.
My appendix?
No, that's your sternum. No, Snake, that's your goddamn sternum now. Butt out.
You
I'm having a
speak
heart-to-heart.
like that to Reeve, like he understands what a sternum is.
No, I'm speaking to Valor. Just going, no, Valor, that's a sternum. Butt out. I'm having a heart-to-heart.
Who's still at the stern of the ship, not hearing a word you two are talking
You're the
about.
one who said it.
You're
I was going to say,
my
shush.
dude.
I'm about to say, the stern is where the wheel is.
You're at the prow.
Yeah, you're at the prow with
Wow.
Xavier.
I mean, Xavier at this point has gone down below decks.
But anyway, so as you,
And
as the,
I do whistle for Valor. I'm like, hey, can you handle the wheel while I get some shut-eye?
Sure.
Actually, hold up. I grab him by the elbow. I'm like, Reeves, you can hold it, right? Do the same thing you did last time.
What?
I don't even like try and coddle them. I just leave. I grab their hand. I put it on the steering wheel. I hold it steady for a couple seconds, and I'm like, you can handle it, right?
Thok's still on the ship.
yeah, Thok's still on the ship.
What?
I kind of look over at Thok and kind of just like nod my head towards the steering wheel.
Thok, just let them handle it. They got this.
Okay.
If
And he
anything
just-
bad happens, you will let them know, okay?
He just okay, and walks over and just kind of stands next to Reeve, just like watching the wheel.
I go.
He's just
Reeve?
standing there,
I go. Reeve,
menacingly.
I go, Reeve. I'm trusting you with my ship. That means a lot.
I don't think I should be trusted.
But I think you should be trusted. And that's good enough for you now. And I point at your heart again.
I don't have anything in there
You do.
that's useful.
That's useful.
That's what you would like to think.
My innards can't control the ship. That's weird. It's like getting a bunch of fish guts and just splattering their
You
insides
drive
over
with your
it.
heart. Alright? You drive with your heart.
Ew.
That's the whole thing. Stella's saying drive with your heart, not with your brain.
Reeve doesn't know what the hell you're talking about, so he kind of like lets go and like presses his chest against the wheel, thinking that's what you meant.
I immediately rush up and grab their hand and put it to the wheel. I'm like, that's not how that works. Hold
Oh
up.
my god, that was
I go-
everything I wanted.
Valor, hold up. And I speak in Shanty speak, and I basically go that it's a feeling inside. It's your moral compass. It's what guides you. That is what's going to guide you here. Just keep it steady. Keep it safe.
Alright, children, I will shoot through this nice floor if you don't fucking stop the shenanigans.
I literally
want to
grab.
hear
I literally
anymore.
go. I'm almost like Cell is almost frustrated at this point. Grab the steering wheel with one hand. Grab I sort of like grab. It was just kind of funny because Cell is like shorter. I grab their chin and like force them to look it right in their eyes and like, I don't trust people with my ship lightly. I do trust you. This is entirely enchanting speak. And don't take this lightly. You are fully capable of holding this still. Do what feels right. I put their hand back on the steering wheel. And leave.
Reed being Reed just dips off the side.
I got talk. I'm not entirely worried.
So like he quietly waits for Sel to leave and is just like, I don't want to be here anymore. And quietly, like, carefully, like, attempts to grab the Thok's hand. It's just like, can you wheel?
But I say, Thok, don't touch unless it's a
You
serious
already walked away,
endeavor.
Yeah, you did.
and
Fuck,
just
I don't
he
want
kind
to
of just
drive anymore.
he kind of nods. Driving's fun.
I don't want to drive anymore.
Oh, okay. And he just kind of moves you over, just boom, and grabs the wheel. Sailing, sailing over the ocean sea.
Hello.
Continues off.
So,
I take
Sel
Valor in
and
the captain's
Valor.
quarters.
Okay. You're now in
Like-
the captain's quarters.
Sadly,
place
there's
is-
a lot of like books like strewn about like on the floor and everything like that.
Yeah, there are a ton of books
Okay.
just all over the floor.
This place looks
Okay.
a mess.
Seeing this, Valor completely ignores what Sel's starting to say while also listening simultaneously and just starts picking up everything.
I'll
Yeah,
get to
that's
that
my
later.
bad.
I literally go to Valor like that's. I literally go to Valor and like, that's not important right now. I got that later. That's all me.
I can multitask.
I slightly like sigh as I like start picking this stuff up, slapping his hands away from the books as I like start picking it all up. I'm like, this is my business. I can handle this. This is my mess. I'll clean it up.
Were you firing your pistols in here?
Only at glass bottles, not at the books.
I look down.
There's actually shattered glass like around the desk.
And none of the books have bullet holes.
You realize I don't wear shoes, right?
Oh.
I got that as well. Just stay right there as I like kind of like point between the two bookshelves that are like lacing like the kind of hallway into the captain's quarters. Like, just stay right there. I got it. And I'm like, do you want me to clean up the books first, or do you want me to clean up the glass first?
I can handle the books. I would prefer the glass.
Okay. I start handling the glass and cleaning up the shattered glass.
Thank you.
Sadly I don't have prestidigitation, so I can't just like
Yeah.
away.
Thank
I'm just
you.
imagining after you guys are done, Captain Levi walks in.
You have no idea how sad it made me as an individual to cut off prestidigitation from a character that has access to prestidigitation. Like, that's like my sole cantrip. Solves all the world's problems. Anyway. The point being is I like start like sweeping it up and like collecting it up. I collect it and I'm like, okay, cool, you don't have to touch the books anymore. I got it. I start collecting the books and I'm like, okay, so I start like filing them. Like I start reading. I like sort of like read the titles of each book, and in certain books I actually start reading like the prologue a little bit. As I'm like speaking, get lost and just like stop occasionally in my words, just like so. Unfortunately, start. There's a long pause. So it's kind of like starts like unintentionally reading this book. there's a page flip. And Valor sees another page flip after like a solid 2 minutes of constant silence.
That's a fucking
going-
mood.
You going to interject there at all, Valor?
Not really. He wants to read. He wants to read.
Fair enough.
I'll read about 3 chapters of this book.
Wow. So
After about the 3rd chapter, I kind of look over and just like, alright, so you brought me in here for a reason, right?
If you made any noise at all during that time, Cell would have practically dropped the book. And oh, sorry.
I kind of just like, I still
for 3 chapters.
I just kind of just like I'm looking over your shoulder, reading it with you, and then eventually, so
Just clear his throat. Oh shit! Drops the book. Sorry.
So you brought me in here
grabs
for
the
a
book,
reason.
ripples through the pages real quick before he holds the hand up, folds the page a little bit, closes it, puts it back on the shelf.
You just kind of see Valor shudder a bit at seeing the corner fold.
I don't have a bookmark, okay?
you dog-eared a book. I ought to kill you.
You just
He
see
meant
Valor
the page
like,
I'm gonna say Cell is the individual that if they don't have a bookmark, they dog ear a book, okay?
I ought
They
to
read
kill
multiple
you.
books at the same time before finishing any book, okay?
You brought me in here for a reason.
Oh yeah, sorry, as they start like cleaning up the books again, reading
the
through the
books down.
titles.
Deal
What?
with the books after.
That's what I
Please.
said, but then you told me we could multitask, so I tried.
Yeah, and then you stopped me from cleaning.
Alright. Gestures to the seat, kind of flustered.
You just see him kind of coil around himself and sit on his own tail.
Sits in the chair and goes, look, I can't have you challenging me in front of the crew anymore.
Okay.
There isn't. I
Wait, what?
I don't want. I want you to be you. I just don't. It's not. It looks bad. Wait, you said okay?
Wait, what? You said okay? Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Yeah.
It's-
I said okay. If that was the whole meeting, can I go now? I think Reed's about to crash the ship.
No. Fox got them. That's.
He just
Fox
knew
knows how
that I
to
left
drive.
right when you left.
Cell sort of knows everybody on this ship to like a large extent. They're very good at reading people. Dealing with people is another thing.
Social anxiety be a bitch, yo.
Exactly.
I left my water upstairs.
But
I'm
wait,
kind
for
of
real,
mad.
you're not gonna like challenge me in front of anybody on the ship ever again? Wait,
I lost a bet.
kind of like. Oh, that's what that whole thing was about. You lost
Yep.
me like 3 copper. I'm letting you know. I was rooting on you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting to get stopped in the job by somebody who's like 4 feet shorter than me.
I was, but like still, like fuck you. You lost.
Wow.
You lost
I-
big money.
I kind of reach into my back pocket. I think we do.
Positive reinforcement?
You can't keep losing me money like that, man. That's not okay.
I reach into my back pocket, pull out 5 coppers.
No. That was my money to lose. You can't keep. No, it just literally like shoves your hand back in your pocket.
Oh, what's your
Grabs
butt?
both hands, just like.
This is the most awkward yet wholesome thing I have ever witnessed.
I love it.
You grab his hand and try to push. You're just pushing the chair back.
Literally,
Eh?
all this cell is not strong.
Cell is not
Easier-
strong. Cell is not strong at all.
Technically,
Valor gently takes one of Cell's hands, pours the 5 coppers into it, closes the hand, pats it a little bit. I'll get you the other 25 later.
it wasn't 30 copper. It was only 3.
Consider it payback for calling you a what was it? Oh yes, incompetent dullard.
A lot of things.
I was gonna say a lot of
That
things.
happens. I'm not accepting your money.
too bad, because I don't want it.
I don't want it either. Throws it out the window.
Second
Well,
Amendment. All that to the heat unpacking.
You just kind of like see Valor just like kind of like lean a little bit.
Like, this is about principle. This is not okay.
Well,
Is shouting coming from the captain's quarters?
No.
Hey, look,
This
were you
literally
expecting-
just hears shouting like, this is about principle. This is not okay.
Hey, were you
I
I'm
think
expecting-
Xavier
imagining my
just
worship
like,
is
"They're
directly
fighting."
below it, so I'm hearing this shit.
Hey, look. So, were you expecting an argument? I can argue with you just for the sake of the argument.
I was expecting an argument, yes. I was expecting you to be angry at me for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand. You show up, you start being angry at me, you start calling me names for no reason. I become the captain, you still call me names, make me look bad in front of really famous individuals. Still kind of hurt, but that's
Well, alright. Yes, I made you look bad. But think of it this way. I made you look bad so you can prove to them later that you're a lot better.
They already think I'm fucking awesome, so that's not important.
Whoa! Hold on.
Deception check?
Yeah, I want a deception check for that shit,
Is it
and I want an
deception
insight
check
check for Valor.
Is it a deception check if Cell believes that's true?
Yes. Just because you believe a lie doesn't make it any less a lie.
Hey Xavier,
That's
what are you
funny.
fighting about?
Why'd I even ask? Why'd I even fucking ask? Yeah,
told you.
okay, Cell believes that shit.
Oh, that was to deceive yourself. Got it.
If that's to deceive himself, what about deceiving me?
Oh yeah, no, you're fully convinced that something along those lines has been said.
Somebody said that Cell was awesome.
Okay,
over on
okay.
their shit.
I hear him say they think he's awesome, and I suddenly start thinking like a little bit. Alright, who'd you sleep with?
The
Wow.
funny thing is, you still don't know that Cell is a virgin.
That's why I'm like, alright, who'd you sleep with?
I've never slept with. You know, it doesn't. Fuck you.
No, it doesn't. Fuck.
I like as soon as you say like fuck you, I'm like, sorry, I'm not into short people.
Get out of my fucking
Can
office.
I grab a broom
Get out
and
of my-
start pounding the ceiling?
Get
Hold on,
get out.
let me-
Fucking get out. Get out now. Leave. Fuck you.
I'm not into people, tall people, long people, fat people, skinny people. I'm not into people.
No, I don't fucking care. Get out. Fuck you.
Brave is just laughing into Xavier's shirt.
Shell.
I love we all became part of this conversation with a shouting react.
So,
This is
so
crazy.
Valor, do you leave?
You want me to clean the office first?
I got it.
Are you sure? You look. I think you need to go put your head in some water.
You know what? Fuck you. As punishment, your whole job right now is to find me those 5 copper you lost.
Stop the shit.
If only he could.
I kind of slither outside. Like the captain's quarters is like right on the main deck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
just see
slither.
Brave just Xavier
I slither
laughing
on-
at you.
I slither on the main deck. I'm like, hey, stop the shit for a second. I gotta die for 5 copper.
Fuck just looks down at you. No, can't stop.
I'm yelling to the other ship.
Let me roll.
Loud enough, like I would have a militarist voice.
Actually rolling to see if they stop the ship.
Cell
I mean-
is both flustered and applying their knowledge of actual punishments.
So,
D-
That
DM,
would be applied for
yes.
That's a
military.
perception 16. Can I hear this bullshit?
oh yeah, you just heard that. Hey, stop the ship! I gotta die for 5 copper.
I immediately go up with a gun.
You notice that the woman who is at the helm of the Freedom's Hand just kind of looks around like she may have heard something, then kind of shrugs and she just keeps steering.
I
I
walk up to Snake Man, and I grab him by the ear, and I twist.
You can reach my ear? Damn.
I'm 5'10".
He's actually tall now.
I am.
This is coming from a good place. Like,
Yeah.
understand that I'm as short as you are.
You're an inch
I'm
taller
an
than
inch
me.
taller.
You're
That
an inch
doesn't mean
taller than me.
anything. That
You're-
doesn't mean anything.
I'm giving you the old man treatment. I pinch your ear and I twist.
Oh! Hey, blame him. He told me to go diving for 5 copper.
and you're a dumbass.
Look, I don't like the idea either, but I lost a bet.
Right, you're not diving off the fucking ship for 5 copper.
I can do it.
You got 5 copper?
No, don't touch my ear.
I just go, Reeve.
Don't touch my ear.
How fast does the ship typically move?
And I just start dragging by the ear.
I would know how fast the ship is moving, right?
Give me 1 second. You're on a sloop, so they move at 6 miles per hour.
That's 30 feet per.
That's-
That is 30 feet. He could. No, wait, that's 60 feet. He could.
I was going to say
He might be
that's
able to
60.
catch up if he dashed.
Yeah, he's currently being dragged by a half-elf below decks by the ear.
Anyway,
I kind of look back into the cabin's quarters and I'm like, sorry, man. I ain't getting you that 5 copper.
Cell didn't even look outside. They slammed the door behind them and started cleaning up the books. Just-
And then I kind of like look at Xavier. Can you let go of my ear now?
I just knock you on the forehead with the butt of a pistol and let go.
so
No.
I want Cell and Valor, before we go any further, put inspiration on your character sheets, please, because that was fantastic. And that was awkwardly wholesome and hilarious.
That is where I can reside about
Short
that form.
people.
The fact that they started shouting, Xavier directly below them being like glasses on, tinkering with a musket and making it go, just hear shouting goes, motherfucker!
Just watching Xavier tinker around, being like, "Ooh, pretty."
After
Eventually, by the middle of the night, by the way.
after Xavier lets me go, I just go back to captaining, just going back to sailing the ship for probably another 4 hours.
Okay.
So you would see Cell like walking below deck and then grabbing a hammock from below deck.
So, the night goes by uneventful. There's nothing, too busy going on. However, as morning wakes and as you guys wake up and start, you do see 2 things. The first thing you see is that Arara is up in the crow's nest. You also see that Thok is nowhere to be seen. Neither is Cade. But you can see Port Zavo. You'll reach there by the end of the day.
Alright.
Just sailing straight. You
The question
noted.
is, did I have that nightmare?
No.
Thank God.
As you guys make your way there, you notice the Captain Mako and his first mate Olivia do return to your ship about just after you're breaking your fast, and he kind of just shakes your hand, Sal. Olivia shakes your hand, Xavier.
What time would this be?
11-ish.
Wait a minute, wasn't Olivia the one that didn't shake hands?
Yes and no.
Alright.
Cell would be like
She's
sort
the
of
one with the
awake.
black spot, right?
Huh?
Olivia was the one with the black spot, right?
Yes and no.
Okay.
But
Confuse me.
Olivia was the one with the black spot.
yes, but she shakes your hand with the non-spot hand.
Okay.
That's the left hand.
Hmm.
Which Cell tried to do, but she refused for
Yes.
some reason. Which made me
Yes,
really
there
sad.
is. But anyway, as they arrive on your ship, Mako just looks at you, Sal. Oh, it's good to see ya, and I bid you a farewell. I'm headed off.
Why are you leaving so soon? We're in port. We should hang out.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna take Mags, Thok, Cade, and them to the port. However, I have to get going. I have a wildcat on my ship, and she's getting a little feisty.
She's getting
Yeah,
feisty
she
because
tends
you
to get
haven't
that
fed her
way.
any booze yet. Just literally feed her some booze. She kind of
Oh no, I
She
know.
likes money and booze.
Oh, I know. I
mostly
got
booze.
my ways, but yeah, no. So I'm just gonna, toddle off, as it were.
Sel kind of squints when he says his ways. Can I make an insight check when he says his ways?
Sure.
And by the way, Captain Mako, mind if I have a word with Mr. Sandian before you head off?
I would like to use my
Not at all.
inspiration now. That's not much better, but okay. I've used my inspiration already, by the way.
So you realize that it's nothing evil, but he has told you that he knows her, and that he has dealt with her and worked with her in the past.
Sel is trying to figure out if his ways means we're having sex or not. That's
No.
all Sel is trying to figure
Oh,
out.
for fuck's sake.
Captain Mako, do
All
you
right.
have a silver plate? Do you have a silver plate?
I
Sel
mean,
sort of still doesn't believe it, even
I
though
might,
like
but why?
they sort of succeeded.
Put her in a room with the silver plate. She'll be compliant the entire plate.
Oh, I'm not too worried about it. But before we can fly, we have to head to Zoleni for repairs. But in the meantime, I can still take her. She's not too far away. All things considered.
But I say, if anything bad happens, it's on your head. Okay?
Oh, aye, and I take full responsibility for anyone aboard my ship and my crew, guest, sailor, or otherwise.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear the otherwise.
I am first and foremost a gentleman.
A gentleman.
I think that's pretty cool.
I am the only gentleman pirate you will meet on these waters.
Sel literally squints deeper and goes, "Is there anything sideways?"
Mako's are a type of
It's your-
shark.
It's literally pauses at that comment.
You are not wrong!
You see,
Doesn't say
Mako.
anything.
These are the coolest sharks
He just
ever.
sort of goes,
You're named
your
after
head.
a really, really cool creature of the ocean. That's awesome.
and that I promise.
Don't worry, Miss Wildcat will be just as safe on my ship as she was on yours, if not more so. And again, do not worry. I've got this.
You got this.
You kind of just see Valor squint a little bit, look Mako up and down, and then just like slithers back to the wheel. Alright.
And so Cell clearly seems dubious about the whole effect.
Oh, also, last night I had a couple of my lasses bring aboard some treasure chests that Tessa was trying to sneak away with.
Were they full of silver?
Oh,
They were all
That'd be why.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
Oh, no, it's not that I really cared one way or another, but as it seems to me that she's deserting before getting to port. You can't get paid if you desert at sea.
Xavier just quickly takes out a notebook, scribbles it down.
I hold the hand up. And like, she gets an equal portion
Well, I mean,
of what she took. So 1/6.
fair enough. I'll make sure she gets it. In the
Where's
mean,
the treasure? No, I don't want to make sure you. I don't want you to make sure she gets it. I want to see it, and then we divide it.
he just shrugs. It's down in your cargo hold.
How much?
All 7 chests.
7 chests of silver. I look over to the resident accountant of
Fucking hell! Hold on, let me get my calculator out.
1/6 of 7 chests of gold.
No, there was like
Wow.
20 chests of silver with 25 gold worth. She took 7.
She took 7 chests of silver, and each chest has how much? of
25.
25.
25. So 7
So-
is
175 silver.
175. So 1/6 of 175 is
175 divided by 6 is 29 silver, so 3 gold, basically.
she gets a chest.
Hold on. Let me be very clear here.
She gets a chest and a handful.
So there were 20 chests of silver, each worth 25 gold pieces themselves.
And she could only carry 7.
Yes, only 7.
There's 20. What? There.
Right, I got my account on. I got my accounting on lock.
I want to point out that Cell does the thing. You're like,
She would get
she-
Xavier,
she would
7
get
chests
84
of silver
pieces.
by 6. That's what?
Yeah,
Just an handful?
it's one chest and a handful of
It's one
silver. Yeah,
handful? Okay. Okay. Sounds good. She gets a chest.
I mean, just so you know, Captain, don't agree with this, but hey, you're the boss.
You see Mako just kind
She
of
worked as
shrug.
hard as we did to get the gold. Might as well get something out of it.
You see Mako just kind of shrug. He reaches into his coat, and you realize that his coat has a lot of pockets on it. And he just kind of reaches into one, pulls out a bag, and then proceeds to pull out silver coins and drop them into a bag until you count the amount that she should be getting paid. And he just drops in 2 more silvers on top of that, cinches it closed, and then ties it and holds it out. Fair enough?
Oh, I think that's
29.
fair. No, 32.
32. I thought it was 29. You're the boss.
29.9. It's yeah.
Whatever. Hey man, you're the boss. Whatever he. I'm not as good with numbers as you
Run
are.
it up
okay?
to 30 silver. You put on another 2.
I'll make sure she gets it. Because she's kind of down sleeping off a drink. And by a drink, I mean a keg of grog.
No.
She stole your grog, or she stole my grog?
Mine.
Here's the mine, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Right.
I have extra now.
I don't.
Yeah, well, maybe that guy can help you. And you see a longboat with a bunch of barrels being kind of lazily towed behind it, and he just salutes, walks across his ship. Oi! Oh, wait! You see Olivia just kind of wave as she floats over. The retractable gangplank just scoom, and sinks into the side of his ship. The tethers let go. Well, you did.
I didn't talk with Sandian.
I know. I said
did
you
ask.
wanted to.
Ah, motherfucker.
Oh, so sad.
I did rolls behind the screens.
I waved to their party. Just toodles.
You see a stone, Xavier, as you had your hand shaken. You see a stone is left behind in your hand.
Oh, what's this?
It's a sending stone.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, why does he get the sending stone and not me? Now I'm sad.
Because you don't even know he has it.
Right.
It was pressed into his hand as he shook hands with Olivia.
Thank you, Miss Olivia.
She's already gone.
All right.
You just realize it as she crosses over and they start parting.
He whispers into the sending stone.
I mean,
Hello.
you know, thanks, Miss Olivia.
Hello. Thanks.
You hear back, we'll talk when I have some free time.
All right, thank you.
He was just giving
Okay.
the little toddler wave, being like, "Boy!" with the big
Um,
ass arms.
Xavier gets a sending stone from a woman. Xavier's first thought: send nude descriptions.
You're not even wrong.
I was gonna say
Literally sends dick pic.
Dick portrait.
as you guys part ways, you do see that there is a longboat slowly floating towards you, and there's barrels trailing along behind it. What do you do?
So
I'll go. I kind
so-
of look. I look at it. And I'm like, grog overboard.
I go in the water.
I whistle. I whistle
Right.
for the dude to stop. Like, hey,
Yes.
how much do we got?
So
I
they
don't fucking know how much we got.
You're the one who knows everything about the boat. I'm just here to make decisions.
Hey, I was not given a quantity of rum and grog aboard the ship.
You have
It's
so-
like 2 barrels left.
you
I think,
have
of grog.
2 weeks worth of food and drink on this ship, with
And how long
two
do we have
two
left to
casks
report?
of grog as grog rations.
That is 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
So
Mostly
I think we're fine until we get to port, where we should like resupply there, unless we want to resupply here.
I mean, it's
We are in
barrels.
port.
It is
No,
barrels
you're
floating
headed
in
to
the
port, and there's
There's
barrels
barrels-
floating in the middle.
middle. You know what? How about this?
Shouldn't we get those on the ship?
Let's just
Oi, name your price.
So you call out to the longboat, and you see that there is someone in there. They are unconscious, and they are laying at the bottom of it, just completely out. And the
do we
longboat
Sort
and the
of
longboat's just
smiles.
kind of floating.
Is there a
Sal sort of
grapple?
smiles, looks at Xavier, and goes, "How many of you?"
I've already cocked the gun.
So
Miles
yes, there's a
looks at
grappling
Xavier.
hook. Vex.
I would like to use the grappling hook to grapple the longboat and pull it closer to the ship.
Roll me a dexterity check.
During this time, I look at Xavier and I'm like,
18.
Oh yeah, you.
"How sneaky?
Woo!
How sneaky is Reese?"
Body in there. Yeah.
I literally go, "How sneaky is Reese?"
Yes.
Reeve is considerably sneaky, so am I. But
Get-
can I just
I was
can
gonna
I
say,
just fire off a
get it-
blank?
No, I literally grab the gun and I go like, "Shave us off a barrel real quick."
So as Valor is pulling the longboat
Fuck.
closer, Reeve, you shave us off a barrel real quick. Do you want to go dive in the water? The Four Stooges do drop anchor and start to roll.
How many
hoist the
anchors do we
sails.
have? Do we have 2 anchors?
2.
1 in each.
Starboard and port.
Siri
Awesome.
literally standing on the actual railing of the thing, ready to fucking jump. He's gonna do it. He's waiting
give the
for
go-ahead.
go-ahead.
I give the go ahead. Did you just
course.
yeet?
Of course, nobody listens to the snake who's pulling the longboat closer to the ship.
Yep.
I was also
checking
gonna go on
person.
board and check if the man was alive.
So first of
Oh
all,
my
I didn't
God.
say a
Honestly,
man. I
the
just
first-
said a figure.
Sorry,
Second,
the
Honestly,
individual.
the point was that we would have let it pass. Asked if it was alive or awake. If it's not awake, then we shave off a barrel and we get a full, another week's ration.
so
If it was awake, then we pay for it.
So as you guys, Reeve, as you dive in pretty seamlessly, and I imagine you're going to get a tail, yes?
Yeah.
So you easily swim up to the boat. Do you look inside, or do you just take one of the barrels and cut it off?
I take a peek.
So you
I thought you were a professional.
so you see that the person in this longboat is a man. It's an elf.
Oh.
He looks like he's half dead. He is breathing. You can see his chest rise and fall, but there's a nasty wound on his head, and he looks to be kind of sweating. Yeah, and
He's a
little sunburned.
Oh no, Reeve as part shark. Oh no.
It's not bleeding in the
Reeve
water.
stares and is like, "Don't do
They
it."
can't smell the water. They can't smell the water. There's no water.
Right.
There's no water blood.
From here, we can see the individual that is like.
Oh yeah, Valor has pulled this thing close and is now
Right.
alongside your ship, being.
Can I jump onto
Valor,
it?
in.
Sorry, what, Sal?
I literally scream, "Oi, Valor, in!" as the second I see a head run.
So
Okay. I heard, oi, Valor, blank.
In.
In.
And
In what?
The fucking boat as I jump over the side.
as
or-
Sal
or-
jumps over the side into the water and then climbs into the boat.
Oh wait, if you two are down there, you mind hooking it up to the hoist so we can just lift it up?
It's a long.
It's a long
It's not a
boat.
robot. It's a longboat. Longboat.
It's
We have a ship.
It is. We can't. Okay. We don't have enough people to do that.
We have
We can
That's
anchor
not
it
true.
Wait,
You
is
have
that
a
not-
Thok. Thok can lift a longboat into
Oh,
the
that's
ship
right.
by
We
himself.
still have a Thok.
We have a Thok and a Paladin.
That too.
I'm about to say because we do have a paladin, but I mean, like a longboat is worth like what? It's 25 long by like 10 wide.
It's about a third of the length of the ship.
About that. Yep.
But I say
Yeah,
it's not. I'm about to say we can't like just.
We have a
anchor it in
longboat.
normally.
We have a longboat on the ship already.
You do.
I have to pick up my girlfriend right now.
Go ahead.
So,
I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
yeah,
But yeah,
but
I go over
no,
the
we-
side.
so we have a longboat attached to the ship. It's on the other side. So
Valor,
We have a rowboat attached to a ship, not a longboat.
longboat.
Right?
Blaze had
There's
originally
blue.
said longboat.
I did specifically say there is a longboat on this ship.
I didn't realize. That's actually
Okay.
insane. A longboat attached to a sloop?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Okay, by the way, I imagine that Valor has pulled the boat in, so we're like touching sides.
Yep. And so you can
Okay,
jump off
so-
into the boat, or you can climb down.
I mean,
no, I jumped
I'll
off into
climb
the
a
water
bit down and
attached to
jump
the
off.
boat. I jumped off into the water. and
Splash,
grabbed onto
jump.
the boat.
And you
I
guys,
would like to do like a little water fountain, like.
I mean, it's salt water, so it tastes nasty, but you do it.
I'm
So-
about to say,
I don't
clearly
jump
you
into
haven't
water
been-
because guns.
I'm about to say clearly you haven't been a part of the ocean, been near the ocean long enough. Saltwater is fine.
Anyway, as you
Right.
guys get into the longboat, you do see that this man, it's an elf. Probably you'd place him at either a high elf or a wood elf. Sunburn, bleeding from a pretty nasty looking head wound, completely unconscious. He has
Can I-
no markings on him, to just a
Yeah.
white fluff shirt and some breeches.
Can I attempt to make any sort of like medicine check or try to like prevent
Oi,
any sort
Vala.
of pain or prevent him from dying immediately?
Yeah, you can roll a
You
medicine
want-
check. Go ahead. And Valor, you're off getting Thok in order to lift the
Yeah.
longboat onto the ship.
Yeah, I've instructed the Four Stooges to make sure that the longboat doesn't stray from the ship.
And they are doing so. And between the four of them, they're able to accomplish this task. So,
Between the four.
I do want to point out that Sal was more concerned about the person's life in the ship than about it staying with the ship.
Well, thing is, if for me to get down there, I have to jump in the water. I can't easily climb back on the ship.
We're touching sides, so you can jump onto it.
well,
Yeah, that's
it's
what I was
also massive snake body might sink longboat.
Oh, fair.
Because
I am-
gravity.
I am a big,
I'm in
I am a big snake.
Car.
I cannot. Well,
So,
Moving injured person is bad.
so as you check the wound,
Never move
it is
injured.
not fatal in and of itself. What is likely going to kill this man is exposure, starvation, dehydration. All of those things are going to kill him because he can't
I
wake
do
up.
have water. I do have a water pouch on me, though.
You do.
And I would like to try and like rinse his face and then rinse his mouth,
You're
tilt
able
his head, and then try and feed him the water.
You're able to get him to swallow some waters, and as you do see that the cut in his head.
Oh no! It's not just feed him some water. It's rinse his mouth out, then feed him some water.
I get you. So you're able to do that, and as you pour the water to kind of clean the wound away, it is a pretty nasty cut. But you realize that it's not necessarily a cut so much as a split. He's hit his head, and then you notice that one of the benches has a dark red spot, where clearly he hit it falling in.
Fuck. Right.
I'm about to say, all right, guys, we can. I literally look at Xavier. I'm like, there's an angle. We can get all this growing.
have I gotten Have I not used
and
the
we can
clock
leave him
back?
with and eventually we can leave him with the longboat and make him grateful.
Right,
You
mate.
feeling?
First of all, fuck off. With all due respect, fuck off. Let's get this man into a
Obviously,
safe place.
Obviously, we need to make him live. We need to make him
Reeve
live.
lightly tugs on Cell's sleeve.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's still in the
Sal.
water.
Cell is hanging on the edge of Cell's hanging on the edge of the boat because they actually enjoy the coolness of the water and the ocean as they did their whole like.
Hey, Sal. If this guy dies, is he free reign?
No, you're not allowed to eat anybody. I
Why
promised
not?
you. He's humanoid. You can eat anything that's not humanoid.
You guys eat dolphins, and those are smarter than you.
It doesn't matter if it's smarter as long as it doesn't look like me.
First of all, never eat a dolphin.
You.
Second, first of all, never eat a dolphin. You know that. You live with me for. Second, debatable on the intelligence part.
Dolphins are delicious. You should try it.
Third,
Have I come back with
Get this
talk
man
and
on
have I
the
heard any of this?
So, yes, you are hearing this, and yes, you've come back with a thought. Reeve and Cell. If you two
hear Cell scream, dolphins are delicious, but you can't eat anything that looks like me. That is a rule.
I'm starting to try and get some type of stretcher thing on this man.
Xavier,
What?
Xavier, you see two ropes go down. Hook the longboat up.
I
that's
reached out for you to toss me another boat, the other one.
I tossed them both. They're both went down.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so I
I
got the
execute
other
one of them.
Insecure.
Yeah.
So, are you securing them to the boat or to the guy?
First to the guy.
boat. No, to the
First to
boat. I whistle. I yell at Xavier to the boat.
If you get the boat up here, we get all of it.
We can get the guy.
Right.
That is true.
Get to the boat.
And you watch as Thok, between Thok and Xavier and Thok, Valor, and the Four Stooges, they're able to easily lift the boat, even with the three of you in it, as well as the unconscious one. And you count them 10 barrels of something. You're not sure what's in the barrels just yet.
We did have.
Reeve has not said he's cut one loose. He's just peeked into the boat to kind of look at the guy. And you guys jumped in.
Was look at the boat.
Whilst we go up, can I take a peek into the barrel too?
I literally like kind of like at Reeves as we like kind of like lift it up, and I'm like, at least we can sort of salvage it.
So
like,
as you tap the barrels, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
All right.
2 seconds.
No worries.
1, 2. 16.
If you want me to roll one, I cannot, fortunately.
You're good. I was talking to Xavier. They are barrels of rum.
Right.
And they are worth something.
I know how much rum goes.
Oh, do you?
I mean, I'm a smuggler. I probably have smuggled a lot of it.
These particular barrels are worth 50 gold apiece.
I'm gonna assume that we are pulling the ship up, but Valor is gonna be the anchor, and he's kind of coiling his body around the mainmast as a support for the other three to kind of
other 5.
Around. Well, the other 3 on his rope.
Okay, yeah. And it's actually other 2. No, yeah, it would be the other 3 because Thok would only need one of them. You're right. Never mind.
Sorry, I didn't have a bathroom break.
No worries.
So, upon getting the unconscious man on the ship, I will burn 5 points of my lay on hands to heal the wound on his head.
Okay. You go ahead and roll me a medicine check with. Roll me a medicine check.
Not with advantage.
Just straight.
Can I attempt to help him from the cleaning of his wound?
Sure. So go ahead and roll advantage.
I do not. I have a 0 in this, so.
It's better than a 5.
So, as you inspect him, you realize that he is probably sick. but your lay on hands can take care of that too.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot paladins can lay on hands, cure disease.
So you can spend another 5 points and remove a sickness.
A disease.
You can spend 5 hit points for your full
Cure poison or disease, yeah.
Just neutralize one poison affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases and neutralize multiple poisons with a single use of lay on hands, expending hit points separately for each one.
Yeah, this is the main reason why paladins are broken. That lay on hands is just busted.
So if I use 5 points, I cure his sicknesses.
Also, I want
Correct.
I want it for the record that lay on hands does not affect lycanthropy, because lycanthropy is not a disease.
Lycanthropy is a curse.
It's considered. It's a curse. Yes.
So I will burn another 5 to cure his sicknesses.
That's what the curse.
So
You find out that he's also poisoned.
And after doing that, I will personally take him down and give him the bunk the hammock that I would have used if I had the body of a human.
I do wanna point out that Cell ushers them to the captain's quarters to lay in the captain's bed. But when you do rush into the captain's quarters, you notice that there is a hammock in the other side. Held up.
A fucking bed in a hammock, really? Okay.
I kind of look at the bed, look at the hammock, look at Cell. I wouldn't want to sleep in the bed either.
Hey, I tell you straight
like
up,
this way.
if I could get a hammock to support my fat fucking ass, I would hang it right over my bed.
Fair.
And I would sleep in that
do not-
bitch 100% of the time.
I would let you guys know. I don't trust that shit. It makes me fucking. It makes my anxiety. Hammocks make my anxiety spike.
Like
Quit being a bitch.
IRL or in game?
IRL.
IRL. In game.
Okay.
Cell on the sea. Nothing better than a hammock because it flows to the sea.
That is true, but the thing about Valor is his body weight cannot be sustained by a hammock.
That is correct. So
He thick.
yeah. So
I
Valor
sleep
has
with a
slept
coil of
kind of
salt.
coiled around
Definitely-
himself.
I'm gonna say, let's put it this way: Cell definitely stole a hammock from below deck that wasn't being used.
Well,
That might have been yours.
it would have been mine, so I kind of lay him on the bed and I look at Cell. I wouldn't want to sleep on the bed either.
By the way, we're totally burning that shit, right?
Burning what
The
shit?
mattress or the bed?
The bed.
Yes.
Just the whole fucking bed.
I don't want it. Leave it.
Okay,
But so-
that being said, we've laid him on the bed, he's out of the sun, he's got water.
And he's
I'll
now
leave.
been tended to. And as you guys, secure the rum in the hold, I am assuming. The
Yeah,
longboat
I'm-
is
It is
I'm
now-
not letting it go bad.
It is now ours.
the longboat
Yeah.
is the longboat is
Now
actually tied to the other one. However, you do notice that the longboat has a marking across it, and it says "of the Seahawk."
Seahawks.
History check for pirate
Actually,
stuff specifically.
What I know about that?
Either of you can roll. History check.
History.
Advantage, disadvantage.
You might have advantage there, Valor.
I would have disadvantage, or just
No,
regular?
you're just straight.
It's not. It's
I
not
wouldn't
pirate
know
related.
from which ship my shit comes from, so.
31.
Yeah, it's a 13.
So the Seahawk is a merchant ship.
Oh, wait, hold up. It's clearly not of tea leaf.
No,
This is
It's not of tea leaf.
Unless
This is a
it's brand new.
The Seahawk. This specific Seahawk is a merchant ship, or rather, this is a longboat belonging to a merchant ship, as you know of the Seahawk. Its main transport has always usually been liquids, rum, wine, grog, ales, beers, etc. However, the last time you heard of it, it was transporting a king's ransom in liquor somewhere.
Based on his wound, the severity of his sunburn, dehydration, and malnutrition, can
How long
I
you been?
Check.
Can I, as a paladin, estimate how long he's been floating at sea?
About 3 days. With that medicine roll you rolled earlier, about 3 days. You also realize that this guy was probably a little bit heavier when he first got injured because he looks like he's lost weight. He looks very gaunt and very
3 days, yeah.
unhealthy.
Emaciated.
However, if he was a normal crewman, he might not have survived losing the weight.
He's probably a oh.
What do you think?
The real question
What do you think, Xavier?
No, hold up. You have to,
I mean-
you have to say stuff, Alex. You have to be out loud about your discovery.
What do you think, Xavier?
I mean, did you share knowledge with us?
I've estimated that he's been out there for 3 days. Any standard crewman wouldn't have survived the amount of weight loss this man has suffered.
Okay,
Right.
so he is
Me being from Varachi, where noble families be something, noble and merchant families be something. Someone that is feeding himself right, with a lot of good things, probably has some fat on him and can withstand a bit. So I'm like, I can make that jump on logic.
You could.
Right, so he's probably someone important. Probably.
He was someone important. He's on our ship now. Listen.
Remember, I may have lost a bet, but this man, as far as we know, is innocent. We treat him as such.
Where was his cargo? Where was it attacked? He was clearly
Anywhere
attacked.
3 days from here. Anywhere
3 days from here can be anything with a longboat. As I doubled his history check or intelligence or wisdom. What would it be?
The island that you guys went to, was 2 days away from Port Zavo. So
here's the real
3
question.
days away could be even further than that.
So here's the real question. He was in a non-sail ship, a longboat, with a water vehicles check could queuing something.
It would be querying intelligence.
Querying intelligence.
Yes.
How far roughly he has been?
Would I also be able to query this, or would I be using a different query?
You would also be querying this as an intelligence.
That's 11. I've had slightly below 10s this entire night.
So,
outside of the
Cell and Valor, you both know that rowing, he could have come from even further than 3 days away. However, unconscious, which Valor, you have no reason to believe he's not been anything but.
He's that wound to his head looks about as old as the amount of time he's been out there.
Right.
How much was he carrying?
There were 10 barrels of rum.
10 barrels of rum, which...
However...
Only he knows the value.
I immediately whistle loudly to weigh anchor.
Done. And they start sailing to port. But I will say this.
Not sailing to port. No, we're staying here. Right this
that
second.
I grab onto the anchor so I can get back onto the ship.
You've been on the ship for a while.
Oh yeah, you were dragged up with the longboat. I will say a couple of things. One, it was just the guy in the boat. No supplies, no weapons, no nothing. The only thing he had in the longboat were oars that were still attached where they're supposed to be. Clearly not used.
I'm about to say, so it's clearly not used. So that means that
he's been unconscious the entire time of his voyage.
Now,
can I make a charisma check based upon my spellcasting modifier, based upon my title sorcerer, to feel where the tides would have taken him from, and how far that would have been?
I'll let you roll a charisma check for that. Your specific brand of sorcery would give you some idea. So you know that...
I can't roll above a 10.
You know that there are two currents that could bring him towards Port Zavo. One is actually following the coast, and it actually comes from Zoleni, wraps around the Isle of Zavros, and then curves around it. The other
Hold up,
is...
I'm going to get vision real quick. Zoleni wraps around...
So one
So
of
they're
them
on the
travels
outside of
kind of like
Zavros?
this. One of them travels kind of like this. The other one,
Okay,
the other current that you would
that was my
know,
idea.
follows straight from Obori and just straight along here and continues off this way.
And which
Those are-
one are
And
we
where are we?
intersecting?
Are we here or are we here?
You guys are about. You guys are kind of in the middle, like right.
We're
right.
here.
Actually, you're right in here, passing
So
Dezu.
okay, so we're here,
Yep.
not here.
And which direction was the boat coming from? Like, we were passing towards... Like, we're going between Desu and Kadu towards Zavo. Which
It was coming
direction
from
was
your
the
west
longboat
side.
from?
Your.
And-
Oh, excuse me. Wait.
So can I
Stop.
get an
It
advantage
was-
of where he would have started based upon my knowledge of
Dude.
merchant vessels?
So it was just floating. You
Because
don't.
My
you
brain
kinda were
immediately goes to
following
where he would
into
have
it.
come from, and Scepter is not where he would have come from. My brain immediately goes to Zeleny, where he would have came from, based upon tides and economical structure of where
Well,
Cell has lived before. Because
you
Cell
said that...
lived
You
in
said
the
the current...
state of Skull. And
you said
Skull
that-
doesn't do this as often as Zeleny would.
You said the
Unless
current
it's the
goes
other way
from...
around.
The currents travel from west to east for the blue,
Okay.
and from north to south, and then it curves
So-
eastward from Zoleni onward.
There was a high machination or hindrance involving
Right, can we lack valor?
King's Ransom, right? Of what this was.
So that's the last Valor heard of the Seahawk, and that was years ago.
That was years ago.
Okay, and I literally asked Valor, I'm like, is this a pirate vessel or is this a military vessel?
It's a merchantman.
This is a merchant vessel.
From where?
You actually don't know. They seem to be an independent for hire.
The last anyone's ever heard of the Seahawk was years ago.
Are they
And they were-
criminal or are they more civil?
They're
They're
legal as
civil
far as you know.
They're civil merchants. They are just standard merchants
So we can
transporting cargo.
and I immediately go, okay, so we can assume they're been brought by the Zeleny tide, which I say
We don't know. We like
if they are not okay. So hold up. If they are not
sell.
criminal, then we can assume they're Zeleny. If they are criminal, we can assume they're immediately from Scepter.
Sell.
Time out. I want to be very
tide
clear.
comes-
The current that comes from Scepter to Obori does not travel the way you're thinking it does. It goes from Obori to Scepter, so it goes the opposite direction you're thinking it travels.
My bad. I thought it came from Scepter to Obori.
No, it goes from Obori
Obori.
towards Scepter.
That's
And
why I was
also
like, there's
Obori-
no reason there's anybody would come around the outside of Scepter without like immediately
Yeah,
assuming
and
it'd be
also
attacked by
Abori is a majority elf population, if I recall
Even if
correctly.
they-
It
but
is.
Here's the other thing. Any captain worth their salt would automatically not be caught dead on the outside of Bori because they couldn't become caught immediately into Zavros. So I mean, like
Right.
they got attacked out here.
So he's an elf. If he's from anywhere,
He is.
he's from Obori.
Well, that's assuming a lot of things because elves can't like everyone can live all over. But
Based on the current of which he came from, he would be from Obori.
right, the thing is, you're kind of guesstimating a lot when the simple thing was wait for the fucker to wake up.
Exactly. Weigh anchor. We're not moving until we find out we're finding that wreck.
Or we can get to port, deal with the shit we gotta deal with, and I'll stay here with him until he fucking wakes up.
We have enough for 2 weeks.
Right,
It's a day away.
Let's
It's
just get the fucking
half a
port.
day away at this point.
We will be there by the end of the night.
Also, you're just
getting
gonna
a
sit here in the middle of the fucking ocean, waiting for fuckers to come up to you and say, "Hey, what's up? Give me your shit."
So, please think logically. We are half a day away from safe harbor.
Respectfully, you're being a dumbass.
I'm not allowed to say anything of the sort anymore, so thank you.
Sorry, I was.
Well, you're also in the captain's crew cabin, away from the rest of the crew.
And that was permitted by the captain to speak your mind.
Yep.
Oh, I'm speaking my mind? Stop being an idiot.
Thank you.
For the love of
Sorry,
Christ.
I was attempting
No. For the love of Christ, Sel. Or for the love of this Toro.
Who
Whoever
the fuck is Christ?
some guy I met who was very wise. They crucified his ass.
Did he return 3 days later with more wisdom?
No, they crucified his ass and he didn't come back.
Oh, damn.
Must suck.
Well, his name. Well, I only know his last name. I'm pretty sure his name was. What was it? Oh, yeah,
Jesus?
Frank. No,
Something?
Frank.
No, that was his first name. I remember this story.
Oh yeah.
We're getting off track.
Anyway,
We're getting off track.
Move along.
Okay, back to the point. We need to get to safe harbor. We cannot stay here in the middle of open sea.
We have 2 weeks worth of rations.
We're not waiting here for you have 2 weeks worth of live. That's what I'm asking.
How about this? If he doesn't wake up within the first 3 hours, then we move.
He has been unconscious for
3 hours.
days. 3 days. He's been unconscious for 3 days.
We don't know if he's unconscious for 3 days.
I don't
We
have
know
the
he's
medical
unconscious.
knowledge to keep him alive. We need a doctor.
He is.
I am not a cleric. I cannot keep him alive. I can only do a little bit. I don't have the means to keep him alive long enough for us to get any answers out of him. We need a doctor. The only place we're getting a doctor is from Zavo.
Can I make an insight check to see if
it would be a medicine check.
It would be a medicine check to see if he can handle staying here for 3 hours.
Yes, it would be a medicine check.
Okay, nat 20.
So, the man is unconscious. The man has been unconscious 4 days. At the very least, he has a brain injury somewhere. The magic Valor has is very powerful, but not enough to restore serious brain injuries. There is a chance that even though his body has been healed, if he continues to stay in a coma, then, and which is essentially what he's in, he can die. You do not have the medical ability to keep him alive while he's in a coma. However, you also know that because he is not because he is not conscious, because you saved him, anything that he had on his person becomes your property because he can't claim it.
That's not what I'm worried about. I want to figure out exactly where we are. The other thing is, where exactly are we on the map that I can tell?
We're between Desert and Cabin.
And can we make like a personal pin so that I can tell where the thing, where everything is, so that I can pick up his possible stolen goods, or where they possibly could have been, or where the sunken ship could have been.
So, two things. You know from Valor that it is a merchant ship and all in all legal. Two, if the ship, if the ship was sunk, it is over 3 days away. Now,
3 days away with the tide because he clearly hasn't.
And we don't know. There's 50-50 options
so
here.
I could make it. So technically,
so just to be very clear,
I can make it in a day.
Just to be very clear. Just to be very clear. You don't know which tide he came from because the boat was stationary.
But I know where
you hit it.
Yeah.
I know we found him here.
Yes, you found him between the two currents. So there's no telling which one he came on because the boat he was in was stationary in the ocean. You ran into him.
So the Zeleni tide actually does flow. Hold up.
Oh, fucking. We've been 20 minutes discussing tides when we just can wait for this motherfucker to wake up.
Okay, I literally say. So I do know that if I give him like an hour or 3 hours,
we're not giving him time to wake up.
As you travel, go ahead.
While they're fighting, Reeve kindly crawls up to the person and starts doing the
Hi.
I grab their hand. I'm like, hey, please don't. They're
Why
So-
not? What wakes him up?
He hurt his head. Don't touch him.
that'll hurt
So
his head
you
more.
I didn't
still
touch his
have
head, I
at
touched his
least
cheek.
you still have at least half a day of travel in order to get to port. That would be the time that you would need in order to kind of delay his awakening. There is nothing that he can tell you unconscious or dead.
There's
There-
things he can tell me dead. There's plenty
Right,
of spells
so
that say so.
we're going to port, or I'm shooting the nice floor.
Fine, we're going to port.
Tell,
Thank you.
listen to your first mate and your paladin. We are trying to keep this man alive so you can get the knowledge necessary from him.
I want to keep him alive as long as possible. I just want to make sure to see if he is fine
We can't
currently or
do
not.
that. We can't do that.
We don't know if he's fine or not. You don't know if he's fine or not. I don't even know
Right.
if he's fine or not.
He's been unconscious
And
for
you-
3 days. Name anyone
you-
who would be fine after that.
Reeves raising his hands.
I raise
Yes.
my hand.
Sal, I has a question. If you want
Yeah.
him to be alive, shouldn't we bring him to a port so he's alive?
He's alive
I just
here.
motioned to Reeve, the voice of reason.
So, fun point of order, you all feel the ship moving underneath you.
Oh,
Thank you, Doc.
I just open the door and see who. and
You see
who's-
Mags
It's
is on the
honestly
main
probably
Mags
Mag.
is on the main
Ugh.
deck, and she's just, looking at the sails that are fully unfurled, and then she's just pulling out her spyglass, looking at port. Oh,
I
hey!
kind of peek my
Thank you,
head out.
Mags.
I kind of peek out.
Don't
Oh,
thank
not the
me.
ship.
I need to get to port. I have
I
shit to
look
do.
out. I look
Oh
out
no.
I just look out the door. You kind of just like see me kind of like doing this whole like my tail's kind of curled up, and you just see like a almost angled body, just like full tail, almost just leading out the door. Don't stop the ship.
I didn't plan on it. I plan to get off this damn ship.
Thank
Because
you.
if I'm on this ship any longer, I'm going to burn it down. Thank you.
Right.
Respectfully, I agree with you.
Right. Have a good rest of your day, ma'am.
We all kind of just get back in. Okay, so fun thing. Max is driving the ship. I do not.
She scares the
suggest
shit out of me.
I don't
Just
suggest
saying.
arguing with her because she has the ability to. What was it? Oh yes, burn us to the ground.
Right.
Well, she'll
So-
certainly try. But
Right, she shall
It's
fucking
also
certainly
kind
try.
of. It's also. You also have to forget that she went through, a lot on this ship.
Traumatic shit.
And
Yeah.
does not want to be on here any longer.
Than
Yeah.
necessary.
And
Right,
like
so-
I relay this to Sel. I'm like, Sel, you have to remember we aren't the only people on this ship. There are people on this ship who have been severely traumatized by just being on it.
you
Would you-
traumatize me sometimes, Valor.
I don't think he's listening.
He can hear you, but he
Oh, okay.
unfortunately seems to have a investigator. And so
Right, so
That being the case, would you really put that group of people through an additional 3 hours being in the same spot?
I'm going to say that in Cell's defense, because he is unfortunately being invaded, he cannot answer properly. However, as the ship makes its way to port, you guys are about an hour away from it. You're signaling that you're here. You've signaled that you're here to dock and to make port and to trade. As you
Yeah.
do, the man begins to stir.
Oh.
What should have taken days because of a combination of magical healing and some quick first aid has allowed him to wake prematurely. But he is very groggy.
Reeves is
Um,
by the way,
watching him.
how much time has passed?
About
About
4
5 hours.
about 4 or 5 hours.
5 hours.
Give or take.
Okay, so the thing that the Xavier would have requested is everyone go back to their stuff. I stay in the captain's quarters because I have a fucking charter to write.
Mhm.
Sorry, my brother came in.
It's all good.
What did I miss?
So,
We're about
We
an
were-
hour away from port.
Max...
Did the dude wake up yet?
I'm about to give you a quick recap. Max caused the ship to go because she doesn't want to be on the ship because trauma. Everybody kind of agrees. Even you kind of agree. Okay, fine. You're about an hour away, and the guy is stirring. He is groggy. He is disoriented. Probably should have taken longer to recover, but magic be magic, yo.
Yeah.
Reeves
And-
is staring at him.
Oh, let's just put it this way: paladins are broken as fuck.
Well, to be fair, as well,
So-
Xavier has
Your
Xavier has
passive ability, Lay on Hands, is already the most broken thing in
Xavier,
Magic Gathering outside of Stunning Strike.
just another thing. Xavier
Shut
has
fuck up.
Magic.
Shut the fuck up, Nikki. Thank you.
Xavier has elected to stay with this unnamed gentleman while
Whilst you guys go to work.
we perform our necessary duties on the ship in order to keep it afloat.
If
Reeves is
our
just sitting
bard
behind
has-
Gallows Town watching him too, because he's
Niafta?
interested.
Yes.
if our bard hasn't, has our bard been singing or anything like that?
You've seen her a
kinda-
couple of times. You've seen her walk off with Cade somewhere.
couple.
Ooh.
Down boy. I don't think I didn't see that.
Cade is Tiny Sensei. He's teaching.
Cade is.
Oh,
not,
he's teaching all right.
Down boy. Am I
He
the
got
only
that 1
person
inch
here
by
that
1 inch by 1 inch? You know what I'm
Am
saying?
I the only person? Am I the only
You're not
person
a
in
gnome.
this small group of privateers?
My bad.
That
It's a
has
halfling, so
a
it's 2 inch by 2 inch
not
by 2
dirty
inch. My
money?
bad.
Yes. and it makes you the odd man out every time, Vex.
It really
Expect
does.
to be the odd man out. We're all like.
No offense,
Well,
but you are as close to asexual as we get in this group.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry, I must have.
It's kind of funny.
That being said, so are there any roles that you would like us to do?
So
Wow,
sailing
we-
the ship straight into port is easy.
We'll have Valor handle the ship, and I'm going to.
Easy done. Valor is proficient enough to dock a ship.
I'm going to have Reeves look over Valor's shoulder because I want them to be the secondary to Valor.
So-
Me.
I
have your
will.
moment. I literally go like, you two have your moment. You guys are like the most sexual tension I've had on this ship outside of like
Wait, what?
Huh?
I
So
don't understand.
Valor, if you're going to try
What does
to
that mean?
teach Reeves
Yes.
how to navigate or how to steer a
During
ship,
the daytime, have fun.
that would be that would be your water vehicles, querying wisdom. Reeve, in order for you to learn, that would be an intelligence check on your end.
Flat one
Yeah, just flat,
or normal? Yeah.
because you don't have any
Nice.
skills in it.
Would I be able to get any additional
Is
things?
there a possibility to use wisdom instead
Hold
of
on.
intelligence?
Hold on. Let-
Right.
Is there a help
there-
action that can be given because I have attempted?
Shut the fuck up.
Valor,
Is-
you were saying?
Is there anything I would get in addition to the standard roll because of the method of which I was taught?
What do you, man?
I will.
Well, see,
I will
see,
allow you to query charisma to try this. That is-
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that because the difference between the method I was taught versus the method Cell was taught are
Cell was
completely
taught
different.
with wisdom versus.
So
That's not what I meant. Like you were taught by a merchant vessel, whereas I was taught by a marine vessel.
yes, there
Reeves
is
knows
a
to hold the
difference.
wheel straight.
There is a
Tell-
difference
tell
in
Len-
teaching styles. However,
Trust your heart.
Valor, I will allow you to roll water vehicles proficiency check with charisma instead of wisdom.
Okay. 25.
Damn.
So
I got an eight.
You got
unfortunately,
19.
Reeves is a bad student. You're teaching
I do.
him as best you can, and for most other people, it would work. The problem is that his understanding of languages, while fairly competent, unfortunately, when it comes to ships, is a little lackluster. Mostly because Xavier, for the longest time, was a land-borne smuggler, not a seafaring smuggler. And so a lot of the stuff that you know, Reeves just doesn't. However, you have begun the process. Now, you're an hour away from port. The guy is waking up. He is groggy. He is half conscious and delusional at best. Xavier, you hear him utter one word.
I
What do you
Yes,
say?
Val? Yes?
I do want to point out that my time, if I've like made my rounds and I keep on going back to my quarters.
Okay, roll a d20.
Okay.
By the way, I'm totally
Because that
sitting
would
and
be
you're
a mix
just writing.
of making my rounds, going back to my quarters, make sure everyone's doing their job, make sure everyone's doing it right, going back to my quarters, reading a
I
couple
understand.
books.
So, you're
Valor
out.
speaks Sylvan.
I am out.
I do not.
Okay.
No.
I speak Draconic, Common, and Abyssal.
Yeah.
Reed kind of is just like, sorry, I'm not getting it.
I just kind of ruffle your hair a bit. It's okay. I didn't get it easily at first either.
Well,
As soon
that's
as soon as he
This is
starts,
very-
by the way,
I am baffled by the very different teaching methods of Cell being like, you got this. Even if you don't got this, it's you got this.
I pray
Versus
that I'm gonna
Valor,
let Captain
it's
Saul
okay.
down.
so
Like
as soon as he
he's putting a
starts,
lot of work and faith into me, and I feel like I'm just gonna let him down.
You're not gonna let him down.
I feel like I already am.
Did he tell you that?
It felt like it sometimes, but I know he doesn't.
Alright,
That's entirely Cell's.
think of it this way.
I have
Think of
dreams of him being really mad and kicking me in the face.
I'm sorry, what?
And I just have to say thank you because he's the captain.
Meanwhile,
Wow, okay. Diverging from that whole conversation line.
Cell's way too passive to
Yeah.
even lightly do that.
Delaying from that, Xavier, you see him you see the guy stirring, and you see he is coming to, kind of.
I just closed my book. I was just writing the charter. I'm finishing it up. I scoot a chair over to the side of the bed, sit down, and just give him his space, and just
Give
see
him some
how
water.
he's doing.
Give him some water.
I mean, there is
see how he's doing, and if he
there is
needs.
water in the the cabin.
The generic scene of like he's coming to, and I give him some water, like hold his head.
As he's coming to, you see him kind of crack one eye open, and you realize it's milky. You realize that because of his wounds, he probably has sustained some kind of infection that has caused him to lose the ability to see out of that eye. And he's probably never going to get that back.
He's gonna get a cool eye patch.
What you do see, however, is as he's kind of just looking around with this milky eye, Kraken! And he just slips into unconsciousness again.
Sound did not come through that time.
You cut out like a motherfucker.
You cut out. I heard. And that was it.
So.
And I just saw you rocking back and forth, but we didn't hear anything else.
No worries. So I will repeat it. Kraken!
Oh no!
Fuck.
Let's go.
So I just lay him back. Put a rag, like drench a rag, put it over his forehead, so he's like cool. And I'm like, I very calmly, but inside my head I'm losing my shit.
But very calm.
But very calmly. Literally every step is fuck. I open the door.
Some would say appropriate reactions.
I open the door very meekly, lean out. Can we and with a bit of a raised voice, Captain?
Oh, he's awake. Dope.
No, Captain. Just before you come in, we're gonna have a little talk. Bring the others.
And at that's where we're gonna leave it for next week. Or for next time, rather.
That's a good place to leave it off. I love that.
I mean,
had a little
to be perfectly fair, I am the king of cliffhangers, as a lot of
You
my
really
paid
are.
as a lot of my paid players will happily tell you, or unhappily, depending on their preference for cliffhangers.
Oh, I love a good cliffhanger, but the way that you left it off, basically leaving off after Xavier says bring the others, I'm like, yeah, that's a good place. That's an excellent place.
So
You just ended after the scene of guys come see.
yep.
I
You gotta
am
look at
only
this
sad
cliche.
because I'm only sad because I was hoping for a little bit longer.
I know.
Aww.
We all
Because-
enjoy playing this game.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
to be fair,
Uh,
we've only
unfortunately,
played one game since Tessa has left.
yeah, I know,
Were
it is
you
very sad.
a little bit salty that I didn't have a little bit of a fight with you?
I mean,
Yeah.
No, not even a
no,
little bit. That was the
no,
best
I
it could
wasn't.
have been.
I honestly will say I much preferred that interaction, as awkward and wholesome as it was. But at any rate, let us say goodbye to our fantastic audience real quick. So everyone, thank
Shakas,
you
bruh.
so much for watching another episodes of the Seas of Vodari. We are so sorry that it took so long to get back. Unfortunately, just schedules and the real world being what it is. And especially now with all these fires up here at the lake.
Fires suck.
If
Yeah.
anyone cares, guess what? Pogues for life, you know what I'm saying?
But I have Mason is safe. Matt is safe. Miss Callie is definitely safe. So I was able to help get at least 2 of them out. Mr. Eric and I live down here in Carson City, so you do not have to worry for our safety yet. When it starts to get over the mountain and like we can see it from Carson City, then I'll let you guys know, and we might have an issue. Until then,
Oh, miss the eye of the mountain. I'm sorry.
Right? smog has come.
Survive.
Hey, can
between-
I plug my version, my cover of that song?
No.
I don't need
It's
I don't need Ed mad at me.
I want to point out, it's fucking amazing.
But anyway,
It took hours.
but no, between the Calder fire and the Dixie fire, over 1 million acres of California have burned, and while burning nature is good for it because it will help in the long run, unfortunately a lot of people have lost a lot, and that is unfortunate. But
Our circle of wildfire druids would be proud.
yeah. However, if you do know of a charity that is trying to help the
It is
cause,
sad.
or if you know of anyone trying to help the cause, please show your full support if you are able. If not, thoughts and prayers are always appreciated, even if unheard. However, with that, I will bid you all a fond farewell, and this has been my fantastic cast of characters. Miss Niafta, played by our lovely Laura. Safe and sound though she is, was unfortunately unable to join us this week. But hopefully next time she will be in a position where she can join us and have more high seas adventure. In no particular order, we have Mr. Emil playing Reeve, our Stormcloak Ranger. Siren.
He's trying
Hentai
to teach
version.
me how
That's
to.
left to
He's
right.
trying to teach me how to sail, and I'm starting not to want to learn how to sail at this point.
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
learn
break
today, boy.
We
I
have
broke the albatross. It was all my fault.
It's not your fault.
It was all my fault.
we
It's not your
have
fault.
Nikki playing Cell Bomba, our Tiefling title sorcerer.
Yo, P4L, I'm all saying. Oh.
No one knows what you're saying. You need to
What
stop
did you
drinking
say?
on stream. That's what you need to do. You
I
and
don't think I
Callie,
drank
man.
enough. I don't think I
Um,
drank enough.
Next, we have Mr. Vex playing Valor Wakewalker, our Yuan T Discovery Paladin.
Babysitter. No. I'm pretty sure that's not my class anymore. I am babysitter.
I mean, I'm okay with that too.
That's
And then
No, if
last,
anything, Blast is the babysitter.
but certainly not least, we have Mr. Whitehill, who helped me design all of those amazing WoW races that I have posted on my TikTok.
Aw.
DM John Wolfenstein at
I'm
TikTok, and you can follow me. Between me and him, we literally covered every single race in WoW. However, for those of you wondering where the standard human video is, politely get bent, because human beings are broken enough in D&D and don't need to be broken any further. But I
You just don't
mean,
like the fact that we get feats.
well, humans need something to be useful. After all, they're the worst race ever.
I'm about to say they're a plague for a reason.
Yep.
All right.
But Mr. Whitehill playing Xavier Varl, our gun-slinging drow. Half drow. Or full drow.
F.
I thought so.
But yeah, Mike's being officially the grandpa of the group.
Dad.
I'm 45. These bitches be in their 20s.
I'm not even 20
I
yet.
ain't even 20 yet. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm literally the grandpa. But yeah, apparently my threats now involve shooting floors.
Daddy? Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
No, basically when you guys were arguing, I'm like, if you don't stop arguing, I will this nice floor.
I wasn't arguing.
I
I was
can
trying
mend
to...
it. It's not that bad.
I'm not arguing. I'm explaining why I'm right.
Right.
No, that's what I do.
But yeah,
No, that's what you think you do.
so thank you very much to Disembodied Voice for leaving us at the guys come see this.
Hey, you gotta come see this cliche.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Literally
All of
every
our faces freaked out the moment.
literally
he did
every
that.
Espanol drama cliche.
Like when you just hear Xavier's face go fuck as he walks to the door.
Like, we all heard it. We all heard it, and I'm just sitting here like...
He didn't even have to say you gotta come see this. All you had to do was literally focusing on the he's awake, he says oh.
And that's where we gotta leave
And he
it.
gets up and immediately cuts to black, and that would have been the perfect cliffhanger.
Anyway.
But you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
One last thing, for those of you who supported the Legends of Vox Machina Kickstarter all those years ago, you finally got, for at least those of us in the US, we finally got all of our stuff! Oh, and it's fantastic. I will be posting... Shut up. I will be posting a unboxing video on my TikToks, so you can look forward to that. Here is a sneak preview. This is the print of all the characters.
Aww.
It is
Man,
fantastic,
it's almost
and I
like
love it.
the second campaign is gone already.
Yes, it is, and so is Exandria Unlimited, because it was an 8-run episode thing. I still haven't finished. I still haven't finished watching the second campaign yet.
There's a reason why they're all.
I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end.
There's a reason why they're all moving to Dropout, dude.
Well, because
It has been
frickin'
tainted.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is a fantastic DM.
It hasn't been tainted yet. They don't know.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is fantastic, although...
Dude, he's been fantastic for the past 5 years, and no one knew it but me, and I was, like, yelling.
Excuse me, I watched Escape from the Bloodkeep as it was coming out episodically, so you can just stuff it.
Did you? Because you didn't mention it a single time, and I mentioned it once, and you said, "Oh, that's."
Oh,
cool.
we'll see you later on Tyranny of Dragons next week.
I'm salty that you haven't mentioned it.
I don't mention a lot, too.
I don't know anything that's happening right now.
But anyway, Tyranny of Dragon is next week, and we will be hopefully joined by Whitehill that next time.
This time you will.
I hope so, because we missed the Mad Dog. But with that in mind, I have been Dr. John Wolfenstein, your master of the seas, here on the seas of Vodari, and we will see you on the horizon. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.